Thing is for real.
Fighting what we can't hear. Fighting what we can't see.
Do what you need to do. Remember time, that's when I'm gonna pack it up. Tell somebody you love them, take much care of the children. And what you feed your mind with forms your characteristics. Be blessed, be safe. Until tomorrow, God's willing, Damien Melville getting out of here. Making way for David Matthews, he takes you up until 3 o'clock. Remember, COVID-19 is still with us. Wash, watch and pray, wash and spray. Sanitize, be wise. Be mindful of people's personal space. And there are places where you still need to wear your face mask to protect yourself for your family, for yourself and your family. You're here. Do what you need to do. Be safe. Stay safe. I'm out of here. I'm gonna leave with my boy Klein. This man has some beautiful music. Totally representing. Klein, blessings to you and your family. I'll leave you inside with this one. I'm gone.
Morning has come, and you beside me. Here comes my day. Here comes my day. When you hold me and say this forever. Here comes my day. Here comes my day. I'm on top of the world when you're in my arms. No matter what come, just fits. I never knew could be a love like this. Oh babe, I will marry you one day. A virtuous woman is so hard to find. You're my gift from God. You came right on time. Your feet are on the ground. No matter what comes our way. Here comes my day. Here comes my day. I'm on top of the world when you're in my arms. No matter what come, just fits. I never knew it could be a love like this. Oh babe, I will marry you one day. Can't live without you. For beautiful nights and days, in God we give praise. Darling, I need you. We'll be together always. You're my true love till the end of our days. I'm on top of the world when you're in my arms. No matter what come, just fits. I never knew it could be a love like this. Oh babe, I will marry you this day. Oh babe, I will marry you this day. Beside me, here comes my day. Here comes my day. When you hold me and say this forever. Here comes my day. Here comes my day. I'm on top of the world when you're in my arms. No matter what come, just fits. You could be a love like this. Oh babe, I will marry you one day. A virtuous woman is so hard to find. You're my gift from God. You came right on time. Your feet are on the ground. no matter what comes our way. Here comes my day. Here comes my day. I'm on top of the world when you're in my arms. No matter what comes, just fit. I never knew it could be a love like this. Oh babe, I will marry you one day. Can't live without you. For beautiful nights and days, in God we give praise. Darling, I need you. We will be together always. You're my true love till the end of our days. I'm on top of the world when you're in my arms. No matter what comes, just fits. I never knew there could be a love like this. Oh babe, I will marry you this day. Oh babe, I will marry you this day. Babe, 'cause I love you. Without you, I can't help myself. I just can't help myself.
I love my culture. I love soca. I love calypso.
My culture is the best in the world.
I love chutney. I love Trini Pop. I love pan.
The feeling is real.
I love my country. We love WACK. Our culture never stops.
Taking our culture to the world. WACK 90.1 FM. San Fernando, Trinidad, and Tobago.
Now you can see the radio. Step into the future with visual radio. Only on WACK 90.1 FM.
On WACK 90.1 FM. This is News 9:01 to 12 noon. In the headlines.
Joint statement by Incident Management Team on Carnival Swamp oil spill released. 1 dead, 2 injured after gun attack at residence nightclub. Regionally, New St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister to lead 5 ministries, and internationally, experts say a disastrous megaflood is coming to California. With the news in detail to 12 noon, I'm Leanne St. Clair. Good afternoon. A statement on the procedures used to manage the oil spill at Carnival Swamp has been released by the Incident Management Team. The team comprised of the Environmental Management Authority, Forestry Division of the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries, Office of Disaster Preparedness and Management, and the Institute of Marine Affairs, with additional support by the TTPS. Information gathered by the agencies involved and other stakeholders was assessed, and strategies were developed to minimize impact to the Carnival Swamp and environs. The primary objective of containment of the potential source was accomplished at 7 p.m. on August 11th. Cleanup activities continued on August 12th at the car park area just off the Carnival flyover and other impacted areas. The public is being encouraged to provide any information that would aid in the investigation of the matter. Meanwhile, a group of Carnival band leaders blocked a special meeting of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Bands Association, or the TTCBA, scheduled for Saturday. On Friday evening, High Court Judge Carol Gobin granted an injunction stopping the meeting, which was due to take place at the Queen's Park Savannah at 2 p.m. According to the group's court filings, the injunction stemmed from the handling of a requisition for a no-confidence motion in the TTCBA's board put forward by the members of the group and 6 other members. The group claims that it lost confidence in the ability of the board to manage the organization's affairs. The group sent its requisition letter calling for an early board election in June, but only received an acknowledgement from the board a month later. In response, the board informed the group that the organization's acting president, Andrew Allen, had resigned, leaving the 4 remaining board members unable to have a quorum of 5 to properly handle the requisition. In the injunction application, the group's lawyers claimed that the board members improperly sought to dismiss its requisition in breach of its bylaws. The group's case is scheduled to come up for hearing on September 9th. 3 men were shot early yesterday morning while sitting in a cabana outside the residence nightclub at 1 Woodbrook Place in Port of Spain. One of the 3, identified as Nikhil Luthra, died while receiving treatment an hour and a half later at the Port of Spain General Hospital after being shot in the head. 51-year-old businessman Eli Hajale, who was also shot in the head, remains in critical condition at the hospital. The 3rd victim, 34-year-old Roger Ramdale, who was shot in the stomach, is now in a stable condition. Investigators said the shooting occurred just after 2 a.m. Police said a lone gunman who was sitting in a car walked up to the nightclub wearing a hoodie and a bandana around his face, and the man then climbed up in the corner of the wall and opened fire on the men who were sitting inside the corner cabana. The gunman then ran to a nearby car and fled the scene. An off-duty police officer who was inside the club said that he quickly went to the aid of the injured men and had them taken in private vehicles to the St. James Medical Complex. The men were later rushed to the Port of Spain General Hospital for emergency surgery. Investigators are working on the theory that one of the businessmen was the intended target of the gunman. Sources said someone who was in the nightclub made a call minutes before the shooting to inform the gunman where the target was seated. And a Valencia man was shot dead in his bed on Saturday. According to reports, 28-year-old Kalan Suknanan was asleep with his girlfriend at his home when around 10:20 p.m. the bedroom window was pulled open by men who identified themselves as police officers. 3 men were observed at the window, one of who pointed a gun at the couple and began firing. The woman told police that after the ordeal, she noticed Suknanan had been shot several times throughout the body and was unresponsive. The woman said she then escaped through the window when she felt safe enough to go to his relative's home for help. In regional news, scores of people were present to witness the swearing-in of the new federal cabinet of St. Kitts and Nevis on Saturday. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew will lead 5 ministries. He will serve as minister in the Ministries of Finance, National Security and Immigration, Citizenship by Investment, and the Ministry of Social Security. In brief remarks following the swearing-in of ministers, Prime Minister Drew thanked the guests for their attendance at the ceremony and to the citizens and residents of the Federation for their support in the elections. The minister emphasized that while the election results would continue to be analyzed, the country's business must commence under the new administration. In international news, a new study by Science Advances shows climate change has already doubled the chances of a disastrous flood happening in California in the next 4 decades. And experts say it would be unlike anything anyone alive today has ever experienced. Daniel Swain, a climate scientist with UCLA and a researcher involved in the study, describes a megaflood as a very severe flood event across a broad region that has the potential to bring catastrophic impacts to society in the areas affected. He said a megaflood is similar to the 1,000-year flash flood event seen this summer in the St. Louis area and Kentucky, but across a much wider area, such as the entire state of California. These massive floods, which experts say would turn California's lowlands into a vast inland sea, might have previously happened once in a lifetime in the state. But experts say climate change is increasing the likelihood of these catastrophic disasters, causing them to occur more likely every 25 to 50 years. California is prone to these floods from atmospheric rivers naturally, and major floods from them have happened before, but climate change is upping the ante and millions of people could be impacted. The study said atmospheric rivers could become consecutive for weeks on end. And in sport news, all track and field events at the 2023 Commonwealth Youth Games will be hosted at the Dwight York Stadium in Tobago. Minister of Sport and Community Development, Shamfa Kojo, made the announcement last Thursday at the welcome ceremony for returning Commonwealth Games athletes at Piaco International Airport. The minister, who joined Team Trinidad and Tobago for part of the Games in England 2 weeks ago, was also part of the 10th Commonwealth Sports Ministers meeting there on July 27th. Coming out of that meeting, the minister said that they already began conversations for planning the Commonwealth Youth Games, which will be hosted by Trinidad and Tobago next year, August. The Tobago West MP said that cycling, swimming, and a number of other events will take place in Trinidad. The Commonwealth Sports Ministers meeting was geared towards advancing the Commonwealth consensus and cooperation on key sport policy issues across the Commonwealth. Trinidad and Tobago will stage the 7th edition of this competition next year. The first Commonwealth Youth Games was held in Scotland in 2000, with the event subsequently hosted in Australia, India, Isles of Man, Samoa, and the Bahamas in 2017. The minister said she also held conversations with representatives of former host nations to get a clearer understanding of what is required to ensure the event is a resounding success. And that's the look at news to 12 noon, recapping the headlines. Joint statement by Incident Management Team on Carnival Swamp oil spill released. 1 dead, 2 injured after gun attack at Residence nightclub. Regionally, new St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister to lead 5 ministries, and internationally, experts say a disastrous megaflood is coming to California. That's a look at news to 12 noon on WACK 90.1 FM. You can get more news online at www.wackradio901fm.com and join us at 4 p.m. for another major newscast. I'm Leanne St. Clair. Good afternoon.
Now you can see the radio. Visual radio is here. Now your ad can be seen on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, even LinkedIn and TikTok. Be seen everywhere.
Broadcasting from the south side of Trinidad and Tobago, we are WACK Radio 90.1 FM, the true nation station.
Irreverent.
Me!
Invincible.
They can't beat me.
Undisputed.
They serious comedy. We spicy. It's me, Pricey. Sunday the 21st of August. I'm coming south. San Fernando proper. Naparima Bowl. Naparima Bowl. Katang Entertainment presents Undisputed. This is the first Katang for the year. Sometime you know you have to get the Bacchanal first. They my first show in 3 years. It's me.
Undisputed.
Showtime 7:30 p.m. Tickets available at Naparima Bowl Box Office, Nigel Arcan Bookseller, location C3 Mall, High Street, San Fernando, and Queen Street, Port of Spain. For more info, call 477-4239. You know the drill? For Pricey. Don't miss it. With boxing without gloves.
Prepare to be mesmerized. On Friday, 26th August, Sheppy the Concert at the Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, featuring Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth II, Honorary Darren Shepherd, together with Mauricia Kagan, Sherma Andrews, Alicia Jagasa, and Vaughnett Bigford. Get tickets at Fellini's Drug Mart, Arthur's by the Park, Funclair Lotto Center, and Gift Shop. Contact 610-8852 and islandetickets.com. Prepare to be mesmerized. Sheppy the Concert.
Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza.
In everything, we must give thanks. Join us as we come together in Thanksgiving on the 30th of August 2022, Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, 7 p.m. with the most talented gospel artists in the country, Sister Bev, Pastor Terrence Baines, Isaac Blackman, Akini James, Lady Adana, Stephanie Joseph, Andre Donowa, Zayden Darius, Chrissy Garway, and on steel pan, Vanessa Headley. Hosts Joanne Tigress Rowley and Kenny Phillips. A gift to the nation on our 60th independence. Come and be best. Tickets $250. Pay-per-view $20. Red, white, and WACK. A gospel extravaganza.
Join Pan-Trinbago South Central Region on its Steel Pan Month Pan Explosion on Friday the 26th of August at the NGC Couva Joylander Spaniard, Couva. Come and support Pan Angels, Laramine Super Vibes, Tech Tropical Angel Harps, and NGC Couva Joylanders. Admission is free. You don't want to miss out on this explosive Steel Pan event. Steel Pan Month, prosperity in pan. For more info, call 340-1016.
Experience 5 of the most powerful antioxidants in one nutritional product. Introducing Lviv from Addis. The power of a drink in a bottle. Mangosteen, noni, acai berry, goji berry, and pomegranate. Boosts immune system. Increases stamina. Boosts libido. Improves sleep. Flush toxins. Control inflammation and arthritis. Decrease harmful free radicals, the cause of aging. This product has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Place your orders at 362-8382. Tuning Mondays at 12:15 p.m. for health matters only on WACK 90.1 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, special good afternoon to you. It's just about 18 minutes after 12 noon on this tropical Wednesday. Oh, sorry, Monday afternoon. It's the first day of the week. I'm confused. Didn't realize that. But anyhow, I think I need to feel well. So we have Wellness Monday. And to help me to feel well, on the line I have Dr. John. Dr. John, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure and privilege to be here to speak to the people one more time. Greetings to everyone. I am a certified holistic health practitioner. I'm a certified health and wellness coach. And there is a simple message that I've been keeping it simple for the past over 10 years, and it's simple and some people still have difficulties hearing it. I am not a miracle working man. I am not a magic man. I don't have anything that will smell or touch you and things will jump out of you. But here's what I do know. If you restore your phagocytes, your leukocytes, your neutrophils, the lymphocytes, you will never be sick. And if you are sick, the body will restore itself. That's what I do know. It is incumbent on each individual in this entire world to take care of the body. The reason why I speak about the Power 5, the Red Lviv, is what I am prepared to recommend to you. I was just speaking to someone today in the Bahamas, and I said, listen, if people only know why finally we have a product that literally works. If people, because guess what? I may convince you to buy the product today. But that's not what the help is when you start to use it and you start to get the testimony. Look how many people suffering with pain and they're taking so many things. I speak to the lady in Canada. I say, listen, man. I say, you know what it is to really get my pain reliever and that pain disappear? You know how many people jump for joy? Just like when married woman, the guy from St. Vincent sing the song, married woman jump for joy when they hear the government plan to grant each married woman an outside man. You know how they jump for joy? Well, that same joy, the jump for joy, will be the first time they're jumping for joy because of no pain in the body. It's just the subject, but the joy is the same thing. How do we restore the endothelium back into your system to avoid you from getting heart attacks? How did we know that? Wait a second. When you have cancer, because of the phagocytes and the neutrophils will eat the cancer for you. Is that God great? But it cannot happen until you achieve 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acid, and 1 essential acid fat. That's what it is. Take the payment. That's what it basically is. That it cannot happen until I recommend. Look, I just heard, I was stunned when I heard the story. A particular franchise selling a particular type of food. I'm on radio. I cannot speak and call company names. They told me the best franchise and make the most set of money is in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, if I read it up, I want to believe the source I got is correct. This is Independence Square, and you will find it. And people, they have the record breaking of that style in terms of eating. But there's an old saying, monkey say cool breeze, because of the air we breathe, the water we drink, the water in our bath, the pesticides in our fruits and vegetables, the chemicals we clean it with, the preservatives in your processed food, our high sugar intake. So the Rasta man used to tell us, go back to the earth. You say, whoo, it's time somebody big up and defend the Rasta man for his message that he was rejected. Some of them die. They didn't live some of them die without seeing the victory in front of them. But they were giving us a message to go back to the earth and eat antioxidant. They may not be polished. Maybe some of them didn't even pass common entrance. Maybe some of them was bright. I don't know the people, but I grew up in that area. They were telling us to go back to the spring and drink water and bathe with spring water, and we refuse it. When spring water is oxygenated water. Every time I speak, people hearing it, well, what about the water? Yes, the water is very important. I'm not here to talk about water today, but I will come on one time maybe. Who knows? Let's come in. I have my own program every Thursday evening and every Friday morning. Maybe one of those segments I will do the water situation for you. I'll talk about it. Nobody can stop me from talking about it. It's my program. But what I'm here to say to you is the dietary supplements that has 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acid, and 1 essential acid fat. That's the education. That's what you try to educate the person. That's why Sparrow Singh is saying education. Education is the foundation. To educate people. Look how many people are eating food. Even vegans are cooking the food because of lack of education in kitchen cookware sets that contain metals like thallium and arsenic gets into the food when they cook it. Lead and mercury coming from the material of the cookware set. Look how many people clean them with chemicals. So I am here to give the message to everyone that can listen to me and listen to me well, that disease cannot exist in an alkaline, oxygenated, ionized environment. Disease only strive in an acidic environment. It is incumbent that we transform our blood pH from being acidosis into alkalosis. Some people think, well, let me try that drink. The drink is nothing to try. The drink, at least, I'm telling you the truth, the drink itself, it's a dietary supplement. Let me say this to you. I think maybe the guy said he listened to me in Canada. He was shocked when I said it to him because somebody told me in Canada he want to study. I don't even know what people, all the people said they want to study. How come the people who say want to study have not studied that if you eat the right food that contain 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acid, and one essential acid fat, how come none of them know this answer? But every time I speak to them, everybody feel like I am educated. Give me the information, let me go and study it because I want to know what I'm putting in my body. It's unbelievable. That's why we are saying to you, call me at 1-516-286-7079 and call Terrence Mohammed. I even forget about numbers. I forget I'm in here capacity to give numbers out so you could at least try to see if you get his stuff in Trinidad and Tobago. Terrence Mohammed is 362-8382. Yes, I seen it here. Look, it's showing on the screen. 868-362-8382. So you say, well, when you speak like that, people are not going to call and buy from you. Listen to me, girl. You're getting tired. You think I'm coming here to sell you something? I have the best thing that you need and you need to buy it. But you think my objective is to sell you something? No, my objective is to educate you. Through education, you'll call me and get it. So I'm not rough to nobody. I'm telling you like it is. If we all live have the information, eat right, do the right thing, you will not need a dietary supplement. Why do you think people go to doctor? Even Jesus. Some people go into church and we are so slow. Jesus keep telling us those that are sick need a physician and those that are not sick don't need no physician. And we are like knuckleheads. I'm a pastor and I'm a bishop and a whole bunch of people that come to church today, they understood what he said. If you're not sick in the first place, you're not calling me because you know exactly what diet to keep. You know exactly how to sleep and everything. But when you call me now, you make me feel like you're this big, highfalutin university professor, that you're so educated. And I said to the young lady, I said, so next time you go on the internet, go study foods. If you don't want to buy the dietary supplement, you don't have to believe me. But one thing is certain. You need 40 micronutrients. You need the red leaf. That's why you call Terrence Mohammed. 868-362-8382. That's the number to call if you're living in Trinidad and Tobago. You call me, I am 516-286-7079. That's the number to call. Take the payment. That's the number to call. That's what we are doing. So when we say to you that the system alkaline, the red juice drink that you see in the back of me, it's a dietary supplement. This is what we drink all the time. It is what assists the body from and transforming the system from being. A matter of fact, I don't even have to tell you this here. Let me tell you this here. Let me say this here. I got a few more minutes. Yes. I will spend some time talking about it. A testimony is the most powerful support you could get for anything you have in the entire world. All the language that you have a piece of paper and you drink, somebody tell me that, call me this weekend, they find a drink that they tell them is good and they're reading the paper for me, it's fine. The testimony is the most powerful. When I finish speaking to you today, if my testimony doesn't convince you, you're not going to call for it. That's it. And it's okay. I was sick with cancer in the prostate. 2010, it's not a joke. 2005 is when I began to suffer from erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction, it started to get a little weak in the, oh God, what can I say? I'm on the radio and it have decent people listening, so how can I describe it? In my reproductive organs, put it this way. Let me put it this way for you. Let me say it nice. The best way to say it. In my pen, yes, the engine couldn't work. The engine started bucking until I find out in 2010 I was sick with cancer. By that time, you ever see the little Pillsbury, the little biscuit commercial when it touches me wiggles? That's all he could have done with it. So being erectile dysfunction, being diagnosed with high cholesterol, also suffering with a pinch disc on my neck. Are you getting the message right now? I want to bring this home to everybody. But the most crucial part of my life is the cancer, because I had 7 months to live. Mankind could still live, make yourself an Enoch, go to church and pray all day, pray all night prayer meeting. You can't do nothing with your wife. You look at the boot canal, yes, and you ain't doing nothing. You're going to still live. You just can't get in the boot canal. You can kiss the boot canal, lick the boot canal, touch the boot canal, do whatever you want with it. But you are not entering the boot canal because you can't go in. Your finger could go in, but Uncle Willie cannot go in. That's the word I was looking for, Uncle Willie. So that was that important for me at the time. The disc on my neck, when rain fall, I suffer with a lot of pain. I can't lift up anything, but I could survive. But having cancer and 7 months to live in a hospice, I thank God when I prayed and asked him to save my life. Young lady came and teach me how to alkaline my blood. Not only I thank God for her, I thank God I took the message. I was tempted to say I want to study it, but I thank God I reach out and receive it. Here's the problem why a lot of people are having problem. When you're sick, every time you say you want to study, the longer you take to make a decision, by the time you make a decision, the disease is worse. Go look on YouTube, go on the internet and look and see one disease in your body, how it causing bacchanal. It was than Juve morning. It's real bacchanal. What's going on inside the system? So each day you pass upon it. It's like Pharaoh telling Moses that he will wait one more day before he released the people, and he spent another night with frogs because the frog didn't go away. The longer you stay with the disease, it's the more detrimental the disease comes to you. So for me, I receive it and I begin to drink it. And they tell me drink 2 ounces 3 times a day. I decided I'm going to drink a bottle a day. Now, please don't get me wrong. I am not telling nobody in this program to go and drink a bottle a day. Read the instructions on the bottle. I am saying to you, my testimony cannot change. Some people get mad with me for drinking a bottle a day. When they drink a couple bottle of beers every single day. That's what they do. Take the payment. Yeah. A couple bottle of beers to drink a day. Some people smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. Some people drink 3 cups of coffee a day. Some people drink what? Contaminated bottled water several times a day in bottles. And they're okay with it. But yet, my friends and family wasn't okay with me drinking 3 glasses a day, that equivalent to a bottle. But I thank God every day that December of 2010, they couldn't find no cancer. They can find no cancer. Do the other one for me, please. Yes, they could not find any cancer. You see what I'm multitasking? It's a lot of people simultaneously purchasing right now. Every time I tell him take payment, it's an order sending out to someone else. Every time you hear me say it, that's another case going out somewhere else. I just sent out one to where? Dominica. Okay? So what I'm saying to you, I am cancer free for the past 12 years. This December will be 12 years. I am saying to you, call Terrence Mohammed, 7868-362-83. What is 8382? It's on the screen. And my number is 516-286-7079. Let me say this finally to you. You know, somebody asked me, well, why does get on so bad? Why does yell and shout? Because the disease is getting on worse than I. If you know what disease is doing to you, it's like somebody come and choke you up with a ice pick. It does not care, it's terrorizing you. And until somebody speak to you and wake you up and let you know the seriousness of it. You see how many people dying, you see how many limb amputate, how many people losing their leg in Trinidad. It's like Tanti Mall and Boobs Mouth line up to get a foot cut off. 29% of all bed occupancy in Trinidad and Tobago right now is due to diabetes with foot ulcer. 29%. And of the 29% who came in for foot ulcers in the hospital in Trinidad and Tobago, of the 29%, let me give you the news. 50% become amputees. And you want me to be polite? You want me to be quiet and mild? Yes, what you want. Listen to me good. I know what you want. I know whenever Terrence come back, you'll get back decency. Because Terrence is a very decent man and very nice man. Okay? So this is what people want from me. All right? Perhaps the main benefit when it comes to heart disease is improving the function of the endothelium, which is the lining of the red blood vessel. It is well known in the wellness industry today that the endothelium is the dysfunction, is the major driver of heart disease. Look, I can't even do it. You could fall asleep on me. I need to change your life. I need to wake you up and let you know you have a better chance. I want to encourage you to know that if you're suffering from menstrual problems and hemorrhoids and menopausal hot flashes and conjunctivitis, I am your best friend. I want to let you know that you cannot get no other friend better than I am right now. That's what I want to let you know. That is why I am telling you like it is. It's time we do it. I want to let you know right now, straight up, that if you have the flu, call me and I will tell you what to use to prevent yourself from getting monkeypox. Or you could wait until you get monkeypox and call me. I know we like to play Russian roulette. It's not gonna happen to me. What you say? Go ahead and take the payment. Take the payment. Yes, I know. It is up to us because of high cholesterol. You got diabetes. You have chronic cough. Look how many people coughing. It's called the drummer boy. Call me at 516-286-7079. Call Terrence Mohammed, 868-362-8382. All other callers call me. Start to live right. Start to eat the right food in negative ORP. If you eat right, you don't need to call me and buy nothing. I'm giving you information for free. Oh, I know that. You like it for free. Oh, you're a man of God. You're a man of God. Listen, if you have stroke, an appointment with Dr. John will change your life. If you're suffering from bloating and you're suffering from glaucoma and cataract, look how many people are losing their eyesight. They're traveling to America and England all over and spending thousands upon thousands of dollars. And guess what? It ain't working. Some people in Trinidad with cancer, they just go England. Sometimes they spend all kind of $1 million and $500,000 and come back with the cancer. They go to Mexico. They're going all over the world. Alkaline the blood and the body will heal itself. And when they talk to me, you want to push up your face and tell me about what? It's too expensive. Oh, it's too expensive. But you're going to England to get them $1 million. You're mortgaging your house. Don't start with me now. I am here to teach you how to alkaline the blood, because the red Lviv is a cell regenerator. People suffering from bronchitis, asthma. Some people can't sleep at nights properly. Psoriasis. You got seizures. You got fibroids. Look at the woman suffering from fibroids. It's like when you see women, you ask them, what's your profession? I do agriculture. How you mean you agriculture? I thought you was a banker. No, I grow things. What things you growing? I got fibroid, I have ovarian cysts, I have polyps, all kind of stuff going inside the system. No, I can help you. Let's stop that. That's why I am your best friend. Ladies, please, there's nobody else in the world love you like I love you. They're going to laugh and talk with you, give you all the medication and all the different stuff, but they're killing you softly. I am the one who telling you like it is. I'm not telling you this stuff cheap. I'm not telling you it go happen overnight. And let me end by this here. I'm not telling you it go heal you, because I cannot make no medical claim. Statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease. Thank you very much, Mr. WACK Radio and the office personnel and management and staff. I am here today on behalf of Terrence Mohammed. This is his program, and I give his number out one more time. Trinidad and Tobago number 362-8382. Have a great day today, and a better one tomorrow. Bye-bye. Where's the gentleman? You guys take over, please.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Hatchworking Hatters. Hatchworking, and they will offer you an arrangement by Dr. Janine Riley of That's the Way I Like It from Casey and the Sunshine Band. Man number 8, playing.
Hi there, welcome to VG Construction.
VG, thank goodness. You build houses, right?
Well, yes sir, but are you okay?
Shh, I'm trying to escape from one of those horrible contractors and builders out there. Oh, the horror!
Sir, relax. You're safe now.
Listen, can VG Construction really build my home without all the problems? The bad work, the lazy workers, and unprofessionalism?
Yes sir, at VG Construction, our architects, engineers, builders, and crew execute your project professionally.
You know, I hear a lot of contractors always want extra money.
Yes, but VG Construction guarantees no cost overruns. In fact, we absorb the extra cost.
What? Nobody does that.
Plus, we'll do your landscaping and, based on the project, include a free pool.
A free pool? What? I need to get my wife now.
Build without the hassle and horror. VG Construction, a member of the VG Group. Visit VGGroupTT.com or call 22-GREEN 224-7336.
Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza. In everything, we must give thanks. Join us as we come together in Thanksgiving on the 30th of August 2022, Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, 7 p.m. with the most talented gospel artists in the country, Sister Bev, Pastor Terrence Baines, Isaac Blackman, Akini James, Lady Adana, Stephanie Joseph, Andre Donowa, Zayden Darius, Chrissy Garway, and on steel pan, Vanessa Headley. Hosts, Joanne Tigress Rowley and Kenny Phillips. A gift to the nation on our 60th independence. Come and be best. Tickets, $250. Pay-per-view, $20. Red, White, and WACK. A gospel extravaganza.
Lean and safe and secure. Safe and secure.
Miami Carnival 2022 kicks off with Junior Carnival on Saturday, October 1st at the Carnival Village in Broward County. Doors open at 1 p.m. Then on Friday, October 7th, it's Panorama Night at the Carnival Village in Broward County, featuring guest steel orchestras from TNT, Japan, St. Thomas USVI, and New York, along with our competing steel band from 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. What an event! We continue on Saturday, October 8th. Come and enjoy the official Miami Carnival Shoeway experience from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. And the grand finale is on Sunday, October 9th. It's the Miami Carnival Parade of Bands and Concerts at Miami-Dade County Fairgrounds from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. The parade starts at noon with more than 20 mass bands on the road. The concert starts at 1 p.m. featuring Patrice Roberts, Howard George, Sherwin Winchester, Eddie Charles, and the A-Team Band, Julian Believe, and many more artists. Call 305-653-1877 or online, MiamiCarnival.org. Hosted by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. This program is supported in part by the Miami-Dade County Department of Cultural Affairs.
Demi Melville Entertainment, children, say Happy 60th Independence Anniversary, Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary to Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary, Trinidad and Tobago.
So, we perform for you in song, dance, poetry, and instrumental. When? Sunday the 21st August 2022 at 2 p.m. Where? On all WACK 90.1 virtual platforms. You can donate via FundMe TNT. Part proceeds from this show will go to Rapid Fire Kids Foundation. Fuel your hearts. Happy 60th Anniversary TNT from Demi Melville Entertainment.
All on we is day one. We fretting since day one.
Stop. Just read the ad. All listen to talk. Oh gosh. Start. 1, 2.
Yes, folks, it's back. WACK 901 FM presents Day 1, the Labor Day Backyard Jam.
Day 1, Labor Day Backyard Jam.
On September 4th from 4 p.m. at number 796 Glenmore Avenue between Berryman and Shepherd.
On September the 4th from 4 p.m. till 796 Glenmore Avenue between Berryman and Shepherd.
Music by Mr. Desmond and DJ Jojolo.
Mr. Desmond and Jojolo.
Admission is only $30. It's food, song, and plenty wine.
Well, you know about wine.
Don't miss the opportunity to meet the WACK supporters and party with the Daughter Shower crew.
Listen. I not in that Daughter Shower stupidness, eh?
For ticket info, you can call Matthew at 1347-245-6339, Cheryl at 1347-2329596, Earl 1301-873-2080. Day 1, it's back. New York, we coming.
Anyhow, me and he go be not as a couple, but we go be day. This is for all of you who have been with us since day 1. We jamming.
Now we is day 1. We fretting since day 1. Put your hand in the air and shake it. Jam as if you don't care, shake it.
Looking for real food with real flavor? Why not check out Caldero's Flavor at their new location at 2 to 8 Riverside Drive, Links Suite Hotel, off Gulfview Lake Road, San Fernando. From curry crab and dumplings to callaloo oil down, bus up shut or pilau, soup and fish broth on Saturday, foil fish, jerk wings, burgers, you name it. Open Tuesdays to Saturdays. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Call 335-7081.
Women people who come out to party. Women people who come out. No time for stalling. Let's go, let's go. Wake up everyone who's sleeping. Meet me on the road. New inspiration, no contemplation, deliberation. Let's go, let's go. Wake up everyone who's sleeping. Meet me on the road. Leave no one missing. This vibe interesting. One tall witnessing. Let's go, let's go. Wake up everyone who's sleeping. Hey. Meet me on the road. Hey. My motivation and inspiration, a culmination. Come on, people. Wake up everyone who's sleeping. Hey. Meet me on the road. Two hands in the air. All hands in the air. Everybody show me something. Show me something. All hands in the air. Put it up, put it up, put it up, put it up, put it up. Raise. All hands in the air. Everybody show me something. Show me something. All hands in the air. Show me, show me. All hands in the air. Everybody show me something. All hands in the air. Show me, show me. I remember. I remember. Mi amor, as I take your hand and I hold you close when we cut this cake, yeah, and take this toast, dance to our song on center floor. I'm still amazed by your beauty, my love. Mi amor, see I remember when we first met, headed on set, moving fast as a jet. I remember all the trips that we made, the good things we did, the loving we made. And I remember all the bad things too, like when things were horrible between me and you, but we kept it together, yeah, we pulled through. And tonight I'm marrying you. I'll be more that you want from me. With your eyes, girl, you would see. No if, no buts, no maybe. Tonight is a guarantee. And all your dreams lost in the sea. Healthy recovery. No if, no buts, no maybe. Tonight is a guarantee. I found, you found, we found, till death do us apart. I know I mean it, did you mean it? Yeah, I mean it, did you? Yeah, I did, straight from the heart. Cause things may get tough, maybe tougher, but I know we can do it together. Keep it 100 all the time, and everything would be just fine. See, I remember when we first met, headed on set, moving fast as a jet. Remember all the trips that we made, the good things we did, the loving we made. And I remember all the bad things too, like when things were horrible between me and you, but we kept it together, yeah, we pulled through. And tonight I'm marrying you. I'll be more that you want from me. With your eyes, girl, you would see. No if, no buts, no maybe. Tonight is a guarantee. And all your dreams lost in the sea. Healthy recovery. No if, no buts, no maybe. Tonight is a guarantee. See, I remember when we first met, headed on set, moving fast as a jet. I remember all the trips that we made, the good things we did, the loving we made. And I remember all the bad things too, like when things were horrible between me and you, but we kept it together, yeah, we pulled through. And tonight I'm marrying you. I'll be more that you want from me. With your eyes, girl, you would see. No if, no buts, no maybe. Tonight is a guarantee. And all your dreams lost in the sea. Healthy recovery. No if, no buts, no maybe. Tonight is a guarantee. Hurt you? No, I can do you that. Play you? No, I can do you that. Leave you? No, I can do you that. Tonight is a guarantee.
I think it's about 1 o'clock now, you know. Yeah, boy. I didn't realize it's so close to 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock already. My goodness. 1 o'clock news is a guarantee? I wonder. Love is a guarantee? I wonder. Marriage is a guarantee? I wonder. What's a guarantee? Anything? I hope not. Anyhow, maybe this is a guarantee.
Good afternoon, I'm Leanne St. Clair, and this is your 1 o'clock news update on WACK 90.1 FM. A statement on the procedures used to manage the oil spill at Carnival Swamp has been released by the incident management team. Meanwhile, a group of Carnival band leaders blocked a special meeting of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Bands Association, or the TTCBA, scheduled for Saturday. 3 men were shot early yesterday morning while sitting in a cabana outside the Residence nightclub at 1 Woodbrook Place in Port of Spain. And a Valencia man was shot dead in his bed on Saturday. In regional news, scores of people were present to witness the swearing-in of the new federal cabinet of St. Kitts and Nevis on Saturday. In international news, a new study by Science Advances show climate change has already doubled the chances of a disastrous flood happening in California in the next 4 decades. And experts say it would be unlike anything anyone alive today has ever experienced. And in sport news, All track and field events at the 2023 Commonwealth Youth Games will be hosted at the Dwight York Stadium in Tobago. Stay tuned for another news update at the top of the hour and our major newscast coming up at 4 p.m. right here on WACK 90.1 FM.
Prepare to be mesmerized. On Friday, 26th August, Sheppy the Concert at the Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, featuring Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth II, Honorary Darren Shepherd, together with Marcia Kagan, Sherma Andrews, Alicia Jagasaw, and Vaughnett Bigford. Get tickets at Fellini's Drug Mart, Athletes by the Park, Funclair Lotto Center, and Gift Shop. Contact 610-8852 and islandetickets.com. Prepare to be mesmerized. Sheppy the Concert.
Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza. In everything, we must give thanks. Join us as we come together in Thanksgiving on the 30th of August 2022, Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, 7 p.m. with the most talented gospel artists in the country, Sister Bev, Pastor Terrence Baines, Isaac Blackman, Akini James, Lady Adana, Stephanie Joseph, Andre Donowa, Zayden Darius, Chrissy Garway, and on steel pan, Vanessa Headley. Hosts Joanne Tigress Rowley and Kenny Phillips. A gift to the nation on our 60th independence. Come and be best. Tickets $250. Pay-per-view $20. Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza.
You are correct, sir. It's KC. All right. And don't forget, you can get your tickets right here at WACK Radio Station, 129C Coffee Street in San Fernando, Naparima Bowl box office, and at Sion's Royal Road, right here in San Fernando, for one of the hottest gospel concerts. You want to be part of it. It's the day before the holiday. What day is that? The holiday is Independence Day. All right? So gospel on the 30th of August, Naparima Bowl.
Join Pan-Trinbago South Central Region on its Steel Pan Month Pan Explosion on Friday the 26th of August at the NGC Couva Joylanders Spaniard, Couva. Come and support Pan Angels, Laramine Super Vibes, TN-Tech Tropical Angel Harps, and NGC Couva Joylanders. Admission is free. You don't want to miss out on this explosive Steel Pan event. Steel Pan Month, prosperity in Pan. For more info, call 340-1016.
The Jesus Family Tree of number 147 Coffee Street, San Fernando cordially invites you to tune in to a special time for the Word of God and Prayer. The Word of God and Prayer every third Thursday at 11 a.m. facilitated by host pastor Reverend Noreen Dotton, Sister Lenore Lester, and Sister Audrey Carter. Psalm 115 verse 12 tells us, "The Lord remembers us and He will bless us." Only on WACK 90.1 FM every third Thursday for the Word of God and Prayer. God bless you.
All on we is day one. We fretting since day one.
Stop. Just read the ad. All this at a talk. Oh gosh. Start. 1, 2.
Yes, folks, it's back. WACK 901 FM presents Day 1, the Labor Day Backyard Jam.
Day 1, Labor Day Backyard Jam.
On September 4th from 4 p.m. at number 796 Glenmore Avenue between Berryman and Shepherd.
On September the 4th from 4 p.m. till 796 Glenmore Avenue between Berryman and Shepherd.
Music by Mr. Desmond and DJ Jojolo.
Mr. Desmond and Jojolo.
Admission is only $30. It's food, song, and plenty wine.
Well, you know about wine.
Don't miss the opportunity to meet the WACK supporters and party with the Doty Shower crew.
Listen. I not in that Doty Shower stupidness, eh?
For ticket info, you can call Matthew at 1347-245-6339, Cheryl at 1347-2329596, Earl 1301-873-2080. Day 1, it's back. New York, we coming.
Anyhow, me and he go be not as a couple, but we go be day. This is for all of you who have been with us since day 1. We jamming.
Now we is day 1. We fretting since day 1. From night till the day come.
It's time to speak out.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? Fine.
With David Matthews.
Caller?
Yes.
Hi. You have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
TNT. Dial those digits now.
Thank you very much, caller. Yeah.
Speak out! It's time to speak out TNT.
Weekdays from 1 p.m. Numbers to call. Local 652-4901. International 1786-292-2789.
Alright, so it's just about 10 minutes after 1 o'clock. I want to say good afternoon to one and all. Welcome to Speak Out on this Monday afternoon. Hope your weekend went the way you wanted it to go. If it didn't go in that direction, it's not too late. I don't know if everything is going in the direction that it's supposed to go in, but maybe we'll find out if everything is going in the direction it's supposed to go in. But anyhow, so as I welcome one and all to Speak Out, good afternoon to everybody. Thank you very much for this day and for being part of this program, Speak Out today. I have somebody on the line here. I don't know if they are part of the program. Good afternoon, Mr. Peters.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I am, well, I'm feeling good.
Well,
I'm feeling better than I was feeling last week.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I think to all of Trinidad and Tobago and wherever else in the world you're heard and seen, I hope that everybody is feeling good and feeling better than last week as well.
Yeah, I really wasn't feeling good last week, but I'm feeling better this week.
Good, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, the problem, that the thing, one of the things that worried me, boy, is this crime situation, boy. Oh gosh, it's frightening, boy. You understand?
Well, I know that. I know it's frightening, and I agree with you. I agree, but everybody blaming the government and they're blaming somebody else for somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out why we say that the police can't be everywhere. The government can only put things in place, but at the same time, we have to curb our own behavior, else it will be ridiculous.
And like we don't know how to do that?
I remember when I lived in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in New York for a long time. And I remember the kind of crime that we used to have there in the mid-70s and the early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Until a man named David Dinkins and a man named, anyway, that Trump man right a business right now. What you may call him?
Julian Julian or something?
Giuliani. Trump. Dinkins first and Giuliani after. And they decided to take the bull by the horn and do what was necessary to make sure that crime in in New York City especially went down, and it did went down because we have less murders now in New York than we do have in Trinidad. But what I am saying, everybody in Trinidad talks about crime. We have crime, we have this, we have that. The government ain't doing this and the government ain't doing that. If the government is to take the draconian measure that I believe should be taken in order to curb crime, you would hear something else. Because you can't keep people in jail too long. You can't hang this person. You can't implement the law. We have Trinidad and Tobago have more laws on the books than any other part of the world, and none of them could be implemented. I wrote a song about that many years ago.
That's so sad. But
yeah.
We're impregnated with laws.
We're making a mockery of democracy.
Yeah. You see?
That's the name of my song. You have it there somewhere.
We're making a mockery of democracy.
The song itself is called Mockery of Democracy, and that's exactly what we're doing in this country. We have what is called a mock and a fake democracy here, and democracy is only for one set of people. So then you're allowed to go ahead with those things because the law cannot be implemented. Laws are only effective if they can be and are implemented, you know.
So democracy for which set of people?
Democracy for people who committing crime. Because you can imagine that you have a man walking the street all over Trinidad and Tobago with 17. He has 17 either murder, attempted murder, whatever crime. And he's walking all about the street. And you expect crime to go down? I mean, come on. Crime is only going to get progressively worse. And let me tell you something, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just say this. When I talk like this, people get mad with me. But I want to tell you in the beginning of time, basically, from since this world has begun, and nobody in this was never a world without crime. When we only had 4 people in the world based on the Bible, Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. They kill 1/4 of the world population. So if now we have 7 billion people in the world, you don't expect the whole thing to grow and grow and grow more, and then we have no laws to curb it. What do you think is going to happen?
Right. So crime would have been with us from the beginning.
As far as I read, as far as I see, as far as I know, as far as the historical, facts would tell me, is that it always had crime and murder, not just crime, murder. Cain kill Abel.
Right,
So Cain kill Abel. I mean, there was only 4 people in the world, and now we have over 7 billion people in the world. Of course, crime is going to get progressively worse. And that is not to say that we're not doing anything or we're not doing anything about it, but even the law hands are tied because of the amount of law that we have. We make law and then we make a law to curb the law that we make, so you can't implement it.
So is it that is not making sense?
Well, that's what we do. We make laws in this country, and after we make those laws, we make a next law that prohibits you from implementing the laws that you make.
Well, that's why we are lawyers.
Well, I guess so, and that's why we have all the crime that we have too.
And the lawyers have to get a walk. So I understand.
Listen, let me tell you something. Everything in this world is just about making money. From the preacher man go right back down. The churches, the manders, the mosques, everybody. All they want to do is make money, as long as they're making money. Money is at the end of everything, so we have all kind of craziness to continue, man.
Right. Apparently it's too much right now, but we got to find a way to bear with it.
We will never be able to find a way if we operate under this very constitution that we operate under here.
Well, yes.
All these things have to be amended in order for us to do anything with anything in this country.
Yes, right.
It's never going to happen.
Well, I believe the same thing happens in Tobago.
Well, the same thing happens all over the world, not just Tobago, not Trinidad, not everywhere, anywhere. Everything is happening everywhere in the world.
Right.
This world has never known peace.
Why? Well, let us try to think about tomorrow, yes? And hope for the best.
I think we better think about today to make sure that we correct the problem today so that tomorrow will be a better tomorrow for all of us.
Yeah, but we're thinking about today. But in order to think about today, we have to think about tomorrow also, because we're thinking about today, but what has been done? We had to prepare and plan for tomorrow.
Well, I agree with you. We always have to plan for tomorrow, but are we planning for a better tomorrow, or are we planning for more of the same tomorrow? If you ask me, I would think that we are planning for more of the same, because you cannot do the same thing and expect to get a different, result. And the thing about it is that anytime if somebody comes up now and they say, listen, as much as they're doing this and they're doing that, and we have to change it. Somebody's gonna come up and say, no, you can't do that. You can't change. How are you gonna do that? You can't do that. And then, but you expect it to change. It's like, why.
Yeah, well, we had.
Let's live, my brother. Let's live. And those of us who believe that we, want to see a better world, let's try to make it as best as we can.
Yes.
But we will never be able to change the world. That's not going to happen.
Wow, I thought we could have done that, Gypsy.
Well, you could go ahead.
I thought we could have done that. So there's nothing you could do to change the world, Gypsy?
Nothing I could do to change the world?
Yeah, is there anything you could do to help change the world?
How long now people have been trying to change the world?
Probably before I was born.
Before any one of us was born, maybe before the world was born.
Oh boy.
and the thing about it, is it changed? Yes, it has. It is changed. The world has changed.
For better or worse?
I have witnessed all the changes during my lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm calling you from Miaro. I'm talking to you from Miaro right now, and Miaro is not the same place it used to be.
Oh. So, so we don't know if it's changed for better or worse?
It has changed for the worse. I mean, some people, let me tell you something. Everything, everything is relative. Eh? To some people, it is better because they're able to thief your thing and kill you easier and do what have you. So that's a better world for them. They're able to come in your house with impunity. They're able to violate the law with impunity.
Yeah.
So for people like that, the world is a better place. But for those of us who don't believe in that kind of lifestyle and want to see it in a different way, maybe in the way our great-great-grandparents and all these people live, then to us it is not good, But I'm saying everything is relative.
What a thing, boy.
If there are people who would kill people and they could get away easier now than they could have when we had Burroughs or when we had whomever else, May or whoever.
Yeah.
That's to them.
Less technology, and they were able to get away a lot easier.
And because of that, that was a better world. Today, this is a better world for those people who want to continue that kind of thing. But for us, it is not a better world. So everything is relative. It depends on who you're talking to and what they want to derive from life.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gypsy, as we're talking about a better world and better things.
Let me just ask you one question, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about a place called Hell?
Yeah, I heard of that place, yeah.
All right. So do you think that Hell is a good place or a bad place?
Well, it depends on who go in there.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. So my point is finished. Because Heaven is not a good place for that fella that they call Satan, whoever he is.
No.
Because he was there and he didn't want to be there.
Right.
He's in a place named Hell, and as far as I'm concerned, he's very comfortable. So for him, Hell is a good place. For you and I, Hell may not be a good place. So everything is relative. So go ahead, ask me your other question.
Are we living in hell right now?
No, we live in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh. Okay.
And as for me, I'm living in Trinidad.
Oh, all right. You're living in Trinidad. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't live two places. I live in Miaro and Chagonas.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, Gypsy, now, boy, as we talking about living, boy.
Yeah.
Were you invited or NCC invited to any discussion with this Tobago Carnival?
Well, I keep on saying I've answered this question a million times. I'll answer it 1,000,001.
Well, they never answer me because I know talking to you.
Well, fine, but I have on other forums.
Mm-hmm.
In the initial stage of the announcement of the Tobago Carnival, we had some initial talks with the Tobago House of Assembly. And since after that, we had no other talks. I had a Zoom meeting with a committee that they put in place there.
Mm-hmm.
And after having those talks with that committee that they put in place, we have no other talks. I'm told that they put some other committee together. We have no input from the National Carnival Commission on that committee. or any other committee in Tobago for that matter that has anything to do with the upcoming Tobago Carnival.
But what sort of role that NCC normally would play when it comes to Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago?
NCC is tasked with putting on Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago because we are the National Carnival Commission of Trinidad and Tobago. But like most things that is attached to Tobago, there is no real significance to that.
Okay, put that in English for me.
Well, I tried to put it as much as I could as far as what we do concern. I was the Minister of Culture of Trinidad and Tobago, but I had nothing to do with the cultural sphere of Tobago other than to ensure that, they get the money that they had to get whenever they want to do whatever they want to do. But you had no say. The Minister of Culture, even now, the Minister of Culture can't go in Tobago and say going and do X, Y, and Z as he could do in Trinidad. Tobago is semi-autonomous, It's not totally autonomous. I mean, may not be on paper, but Tobago is either semi-autonomous or autonomous. They have their own autonomy to do the things that they want to do.
So they could afford to run their carnival without an input from NCC?
Totally so, as they could do most other things without even the government of Trinidad and Tobago input.
Oh, okay. So what are your thoughts on this carnival? Where October, November, somewhere around there? What are your thoughts on that now?
The carnival is in October. I think it's from the 28th to the 30th of October. Yeah. Well, I really don't have any thoughts, The thing about it, I've been thinking about a Tobago carnival, which I have advocated for over 30 years. And it has come to fruition now. And as far as I am concerned, I'm happy. I'm good with that. If whatever they are happy with, I'm equally happy or more.
Even though there is no input from NCC?
Well, of course I am happy. That's what they want to do. And they are happy with that. I am happier. As long as what they're doing is what they want to do or what they feel is the right thing for them to do. I am happy. I'm very happy.
Oh, but I'm sure you must be disappointed that Tobago having a carnival and there is no input, let's say from Trinidad. Is there something that could be disappointed?
Tobago have most things without any input from Trinidad. This is just another one of them.
Okay.
And if Tobago is having a carnival and they don't want any input from Trinidad, I saw an article that the Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary say that he has all that it takes. They have so many committees and what have you, and it is better to disband them if they cannot put on a carnival without any input from Trinidad. And I'm saying to you that it's nothing to me. I'm a professional,
Yeah.
And my professionalism tells me that I am in charge of the National Carnival Commission. I'm the chairman of the National Carnival Commission. And I will have that responsibility to do the things that, I'm designated to do what I have to do. If Tobago call on us tomorrow morning and say that they want us to do X, Y, and Z, I am obliged to do it,
You have to answer the call.
In my professional capacity. On a personal sense, there is no real personal input into it. It takes nothing from me. I'm like a policeman. If my mother commits a crime, I have to lock her up. If my sister do something, I have to do what I have to do. But it don't mean that I'm taking pleasure in arresting my mother or taking pleasure in arresting my sister. But at the end of the day, I have to do it because my designation is police officer.
Okay.
And I am there to protect crime. It's the same thing. I am there as the National Carnival Commission chairman to do anything that has to do with Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago that the National Carnival Commission is called upon to do, and I stand ready to do that.
Right. So let us look at it from this aspect, from this angle. No input from Trinidad, right? Carnival and Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago is one.
An input. Listen, don't say that. We have an input from Trinidad,
Which is?
Because I do not want anybody to lose sight of the fact that any money that is used in Tobago to do anything comes from the coffers of Trinidad and Tobago. So our input, we have an input in Tobago. My tax money is going into Tobago just as well as yours. Just as well as Tobago money is spent in Trinidad. Whatever money comes from Tobago and goes to the exchequer, it is spent. So don't say we have no input. We do have an input. But our input is one of a financial nature.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. So, we say, let us look at it from this aspect now. You have a carnival at the end of October, right? But you don't want any advice from Trinidad.
No.
Good. But you put a delegation together and you had them in Grenada. How you feel about that?
Well, I can't feel anyhow about that because people can only do what they are allowed to do. And Tobago has the autonomy, like I said before, to do that. If they didn't, they wasn't going to do it. So Tobago has the autonomy to do it, and they exercise, they exercise whatever leeway that they have, whatever leverage they have. They exercise it however they want to do that. And that's what they believe is best for them. I cannot feel anyhow for that.
But is there anything we could learn from Grenada Carnival?
I guess anybody could learn anything from anybody. Maybe learn how not to do something, or you learn you shouldn't go back and do it again. Life is a learning experience, and anything that you do in life, you learn from it. Whether you learn something good or you learn something bad, anything that you do in life, you learn from it. Yeah.
Which is one of the better carnival in the Caribbean, Gypsy? From your experience, one of the better carnival within the Caribbean islands?
Well, all the carnivals are good. It depends on which one you think is better. That this is subjective. You understand what I'm saying? All carnivals are good, all of them. As far as I am concerned, they are good because, I've been to just about every carnival in the world, not only in the Caribbean. And I am saying to you that all the carnivals are good. All the carnivals, they are good for whoever putting it on. They are good for whatever they want to derive from it. It is good, It is just that we here in Trinidad, we pride ourselves on being the mecca of carnival. We are the template that most of the carnivals in the world have taken their lead from. And they found it fit to do that, and I'm happy that that is so. But if Tobago believe that that's not what they want, and they believe that they could go to that, and Grenada might be best for them. Grenada might best fit their template that they want to, to project to the world. I don't know.
You were in Miami sometime.
Yes.
I'm
a founding member of Miami Carnival, by the way.
Right.
Right.
So, did you bring back anything from Miami Carnival to Trinidad?
I have taken things from Miami Carnival. I just told you I was a founding member of Miami Carnival. So I have taken things to Miami Carnival that I am part of. Why Miami Carnival is Miami Carnival. And more than that, I am saying to you that yes, I brought back something from Miami Carnival because when I went there, it was in the height of the COVID, and we were looking at the way that they were able to put on their shows, and some of the constraints that they had. And we were able to bring back something here, call it a taste of carnival, because we weren't yet open up to have a real carnival. But with the taste of carnival, there were things that we took away from there, yes.
Okay. All right. So now that the taste is over, 2023, we'll have a mouthful.
Well, I guess so. If you want to fool your mouth, some people can still look at it as much as it has and still take just a taste.
Yes.
So it depends on if you are the kind of person that like your mouth full, then you could go right ahead and fill your mouth because there will be enough to do that. With the taste, everybody was just able to get a taste.
Yeah.
They couldn't have a mouthful even though they wanted to. But in what we are having now, all things being equal, hopefully that whatever, pandemic or whatever we have is doesn't take a turn for the worse. We are going to have a regular Trinidad and Tobago carnival like nobody have ever seen for a long time.
Oh. Also, wait, you will still have a carnival in Tobago next year?
Well, I don't know if Tobago would want to participate. What Tobago is? Let me say something. I don't quite think, right? I don't quite think that you are, in fact, comprehending the advantage that Tobago has on Trinidad, you know. I don't think that you're quite understanding that.
Tell me.
Tobago has an advantage on Trinidad that Trinidad don't have at all.
Yeah?
Tobago is saying that when Trinidad is putting on Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, we have to facilitate them to take part in it as well, you know.
Yeah.
And when they are having their carnival, we still have to do that, you know. So we don't have that privilege. So I am saying to you that when we have Trinidad and Tobago Carnival in February, then Tobago free to take part in it. Why not?
Oh.
Just like I could say to you, let me just say to you, right? If we have any Trinidadian now who want to go ahead, we could go up to Tobago with a 10,000 membership band, and nobody can tell you anything, you know. Tobago, nobody in Tobago could prevent Trinidadians from taking up 20 steel band in Tobago and put it on the road wherever they have in Carnival for Tobago Carnival. Nobody could do that. Not only Tobago House of Assembly could stop us from doing that. Because going to Tobago and doing anything is just like leaving Port of Spain and going to San Fernando, going to Point Fontaine, going to wherever to do whatever you want, you know, as much as they would say whatever. We can do that. But is it prudent to do that? The prudence of doing that doesn't exist. Because that would only create more acrimony, and nobody wants that.
Yes. Right. Because what I was getting from Fali, he wanted no input from Trinidad, right? That's what I was getting.
He said that, but what I'm saying to you, if Trinidadian wants is not to have an input in what he is doing, we can create whatever we want there during anything that we want.
Right. So we could still go, carry mass, have party, and everything in Tobago.
We could do all of that. We could do the same thing we could do in San Fernando. The same thing that we could do in San Fernando, we could do it in Tobago.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm saying to you that there are things that would not be prudent to just make it look like an invasion of anything, but that's not what you want. This is Trinidad and Tobago, and Carnival to us in Trinidad and Tobago, as far as I am concerned, is not just about wine and jam and wine down the place. Yes, it is that for us. But Carnival is a good foreign exchange earner for our country. And that is why we put on Carnival. And that's why everybody in the world who have their Carnival, the Trinidad-style Carnival, put it on. Because it generates that economic stimulus for our country.
Yes. All right. So Carnival in Tobago is something I'm sure you'll be looking forward to.
I am going to be in Tobago for Tobago's Carnival. The PHA doesn't have to invite me. I don't need an invitation to go to San Fernando. I don't need an invitation to go to Port of Spain. I don't need an invitation to go to Point Fontaine, Siparia, Toco. I don't need an invitation to go to Tobago. All I need is to have the wherewithal to get there.
Yes.
And I will be going to Tobago for Carnival, for the Tobago's Carnival. Tobago Carnival just yesterday, day before yesterday, they sent a very generic invitation
to
the NCC to attend some press briefing they're having on Wednesday. But they send it on Friday and say that we have to give them a reply in the evening, whether we're going to be attending or not.
And was that reply done?
Well, I don't think that it deserves a reply because it wasn't addressed to any particular person. It wasn't addressed to the chairman. It was just addressed to, very generic, like I said. It was very generic.
Right. Do you think do you think the promotion is running a bit late for this carnival?
Well, I think that it is. I think that the promotion is not running right. But who am I to say that? It is at the end of the day Tobago's Carnival, and Tobago promote their thing however Tobago wants to promote it.
So Wednesday,
maybe Tobago is not having their carnival to encourage anybody to come to Tobago. Maybe they're having their carnival as a Tobago affair thing, where they believe they have enough people in Tobago and they want, the people in Tobago to have a good time, and they're having a Tobago Carnival. But I think that when we put on Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, we are doing it to bring people to Trinidad and Tobago so that it could help us economically. You understand?
Yes.
Carnival, as a matter of fact, is the largest tourism product that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. And what I was hoping is that Tobago would be just an extension of that we would be putting on that. And Trinidad Carnival, in the circuit, Carnival is a circuit, right?
Yes.
Starts in Trinidad, either in February or March, and ends in Miami in October, as it were. And I was trying to make sure that Carnival end in Tobago. So when we promoting Carnival, we would promote Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, the beginning and the end. Come for the beginning in Trinidad, come to the end in October, and whatever. And we were going to do that. But Tobago is not seeing it like that. Tobago wants to do their own carnival. Tobago told me that personally, that they do not want Tobago Carnival to resemble Trinidad Carnival. And having said that, it will be the only carnival in the world that I know that don't want it to look like Trinidad Carnival, and this is Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. So Tobago don't want Tobago Carnival to look like Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. So I guess, I don't know, they want it to look like Grenada's Carnival.
Well, you see, well, after that incident that happened late last week, I'm wondering what will happen now. That incident in Tobago, in Grenada.
I do not believe as a country we should allow, as high profile as the person involved in it is.
Yeah.
And Tobago, Grenada takes great pride in that young man, and Karani and the others, and Mr. Killer. If you go to Grenada, you'll see their posters all over Grenada, because that's the heroes that they have in Grenada. And you must understand that there would be a lot of hard feeling when something like that happens. But we have diplomatic channels that we can use to curb these things. And I do hope, and I do not believe that as two Caribbean countries, while the incident might be very painful and hurtful, that governments on both sides would allow that to get in the way of our cordial relationship. We have more Grenadians living in Trinidad than in Grenada, you know.
Yes, right.
As indeed, it have more people from Tobago who were born in Tobago living in Trinidad than we have them living in Tobago.
Right.
And it have more people from Tobago with prominent, very, very prominent positions in Trinidad, while Trinidad don't have nobody prominent in Tobago.
We have nobody?
As far as I know, the last time I checked, I haven't seen any. If they have any, I don't know. Somebody have to correct me, but as of now, I don't know of any. I never see a Trinidadian on the Tobago House of Assembly yet. I never see a Trinidadian or a Tobago councillor. I know of one person that they took from Trinidad, a Dr. I forget her name. She used to be on the board with me in NCC, and they sent her to Tobago. She ain't even last 3 months.
Oh gosh.
She ain't even last 3 months on the board. She had to run away from it. Yeah.
He wants no part, boy.
I don't think that. I don't think. Well, but listen, I said that everybody suit their world to suit themselves. Right? They shape their world to suit themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I couldn't say.
I could imagine.
All I could speak about is the NCC, and I know that the NCC, we have no part to play in the Tobago Carnival, because they say that they don't want it to look like our carnival. So,
but Gypsy, what I'm trying to understand that a carnival, they don't want. This is Trinidad and Tobago. They don't want the carnival to look like Trinidad Carnival. So what it will look like?
Like Grenada Carnival.
Jab jab and jab jab. And
well, I don't know. I wouldn't just put. Grenada doesn't only have jab jab, you know.
Oil?
Grenada,
what? Tell me.
Grenada Carnival is a carnival just like Trinidad and Tobago's carnival, but jab jab is one of Grenada's most prominent masks that they play there. Just like we have our Blue Devils, and we have our bats, and we have our clowns, and we have all the things that are traditional to Trinidad. Not Tobago, it is traditional to Trinidad. I am saying to you that Grenada has its own thing, unlike Tobago. So having a Trinidad and Tobago style carnival in Tobago, in no way can it take away from Tobago's own indigenous, cultural, whatever they have. Because in Trinidad, I want to say that our carnival, our real carnival in Trinidad and Tobago, in Trinidad here when we have carnivals, our carnival is a regional carnival.
Right.
Because the regional carnivals retain, it retains what is really carnival in Trinidad, what we knew. Even though now it is imbued with, Trinidad carnival is imbued with all the Brazilian bikini and beads and whatever else they have.
Right.
But in the main, we maintain our own cultural identity in terms of the jab and the mask and all the Pierrot Grenade and the whatever else we have. That's our cultural identity. That's our indigenous identity. And we maintain that.
So,
and
Gypsy,
nothing is preventing Tobago from doing that.
So then, Gypsy, I've never experienced carnival at all. Right? I've never experienced carnival at all. And I'm asking you the question, boy, because I want to come for carnival. And the question to you, Gypsy, what are the components of carnival?
Well, the components of carnival are exactly what I told you there. We have a lot of portrayals. Trinidad is a portrayal carnival. You would have found through the ages that the bands have been very, very portraitive in whatever they were doing in terms of carnival. Bailey would have played Back to Africa and Back to wherever, and and all these bands would have done the portrayals that we normally do. And I don't want anybody to be fooled, because we talk about Brazil Carnival and how we have taken all Brazil thing and bring it here, and that's not true. Because Brazil Carnival has a lot of big, nice masks as well.
Right.
Very nice. The aspect that we take here are the bikinis, because the greedy band leaders and them believe that they could sell people a bikini for $3,000 or $4,000, and people are foolish enough to buy it. So they go ahead and they pay $4,000 or $5,000 for a bikini, and it's easy to get it in China and bring it to Trinidad.
Okay.
But that is the part that they take from Brazil. But Brazil have big masks just like Trinidad.
Right.
Brazil have big masks all over the place.
You see,
but what they do, that is some school thing that they use in.
Right. You see, I had to ask that question because if it is that you don't want a carnival to look like Trinidad Carnival, is it then that the carnival wouldn't have calypso, it wouldn't have steel pan, it wouldn't have mask? What it is? If it don't, it's crazy now.
You are asking me things that I'm very incapable of answering. I do not know what Tobago wants from its carnival. What I know is that they told me that they don't want it to resemble Trinidad Carnival. So I want to say to you that whatever the carnival is, we all have to be, it will take time for us to see what the final product might be. The final product might be something that we have never seen in life, and we might like it, and we too might try to be like Tobago Carnival. I don't know, but let us wait and let us see what it looks like. What I do know is that the NCC has no part in it.
Right.
I am wishing them all the best. I want it to be totally successful because the success of Tobago Carnival is Trinidad and Tobago's success. Right. Just like I believe the success of Trinidad and Tobago Carnival is Trinidad and Tobago's success. I want it to be a successful thing. Yeah. I pray along with whoever pray for it to be good. I pray with them. I want it to be a good experience for whomever is there, whether it's the people who putting it on or the people who coming to participate in it or whomever. I want it to be a good carnival because at the end of the day, it's our carnival. It may be something that we totally accustomed to. We might see something that we like. We might see something that we never expected.
Oh, well, we wait and see if they having their launch sometime on Wednesday.
They say that the launch of their carnival will be on Wednesday.
So
I don't know what it would look like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I pray that it's a good launch.
Yeah.
And everybody have a wonderful time.
All right. Thank you very much, Gypsy Peters.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And to all the people of Trinidad and Tobago, all the best for Carnival.
2023.
2023. We are planning. The NCC is planning, and we are going full speed ahead with our planning. So we have our launch in September as well.
In September?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
What, boy? Trinidad will be an active place, boy.
Well, I hope so. Trinidad is an active place all now.
Oh, yeah.
Trinidad is the land of Carnival, and I make no apology for it. I love it.
Nice.
Trinidad is the land of fete, and I make no apology for it. I love it.
And Bacchanal.
Well, Bacchanal, I'm not quite sure what kind of Bacchanal. Bacchanal can be defined in two ways. In this case, you could have good Bacchanal and bad Bacchanal. Like in Carnival is a Bacchanal, a good Bacchanal. But what we don't want is the Bacchanal with the murders and the rape and the theft and the people robbing people. You know, that Bacchanal we don't want.
Right.
That is bad Bacchanal, and we don't want that kind of Bacchanal for we Carnival.
Kaisa boy. So 2023, we go wine and screw, right?
We wine. Well, we doing anything.
All right, good.
We could do that. We could do that in reverse and all.
Screw and wine.
David, you take care.
Okay, Gypsy. Thank you very much.
All the best, my brother.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
man. Cool.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah. Oh boy. Why Carnival is Bacchanal? Bacchanal is Carnival. Carnival is Bacchanal.
We waving with flag. Good afternoon, Mr. Matthew.
Yes, my brother. To you.
And we waving with flag. I don't care what they're saying. Trinidad and Tobago is the home of Carnival.
Tell them.
So they could say what they want. Trinidadian people always creative. You know, I have to go for a photo shoot on Tuesday.
A photo shoot?
A photo shoot. My costume for the Carnival over there in Tobago in October. My costume going for a photo shoot on Thursday afternoon down Shagarama.
What?
So just imagine. So all it don't need, but you don't want NCC, but you want NCC masqueraders. What are you trying to do? What you are trying to do? I am going for a photo shoot with my costume on Thursday down Shagarama. And they pick out what they want. Okay?
Yeah.
They pick out what they want, but my costume is outstanding. It's outstanding. You know, the Midnight Robber always has an outstanding costume. And it's plenty work to do with that on that costume. Right? So, the ball in the don't want, but they have to take it. They want it, but they have to take it. Anyhow you take it.
Yeah.
And they're coming down to do that. You see how everything is, I am letting the cat out of the bag. So I wanted to be there while Mr. Gypsy was there, but now he will be hearing for himself. So we if we don't go, we don't have any carnival. If we don't go, because I tell you, tickets come out here, but the guest house and the hotel sell out. Who is the cause of it? Right? And when tickets come out for the boat and the aircraft, it go on with the wind. Okay? So you see how it is? Because of great races, we can come in here. You know it have no guest house and no hotel room. It have no tickets neither for boat nor plane. So what you're trying to tell me is Trinidadians what's going over there to do what to invest. That is investment for the country. So what Mr. Farley is saying, what he's really saying, what he's really trying to do, he has to know he has to know how to dot the I and cross the T's. And ask who in this carnival business way before he and who knew about the carnival business, how it runs. Because I tell you, the guest house and the hotel, no apartments for you. If you know somebody, you could go by them or go in the garage, but they have nothing. So he realized that don't take place already, so he could say what he wants. Right? I am telling you, if there are no apartments in the hotel, it have no apartments free in the guest house right now. So if you don't have no family, well, it makes no sense you're going to try to go on standby because you are sure to get a standby ticket to go on the boat or the plane. Either or. So you see how Tobago making money this season coming here?
Yes.
Alright, so Mr. Farley, dress back, relax, and do your work as how your work is supposed to be done. Okay?
Thank you,
You
sir.
have to get one.
Yeah. Thank you. Speak out.
Good afternoon, Admiral David.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, I know a lot of people upset and they're mad with Tobago for going to Grenada, okay? I think what Tobago is trying to establish that we have a carnival. We're not going to be an appendage. We're not going to be a shadow of Trinidad. We want our carnival, and this is how our carnival will be. They want it to be independent. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay? Kyle Phillips had an interview on the Loop. He mentioned his father. Okay? But as a musician, but he did his own thing. He doesn't want to be known as, everyone I'm Teddy Phillips' son. No, he wants to be independent. Tobago wants to know this is my carnival. This is our carnival. And we're going on a different footing. We don't have to follow Trinidad Carnival. We're not an appendage. The whole idea is that they're looking for, well, I don't want to say self-sufficiency, even though that may be it, but they want to be different. And I don't see anything wrong with being different. I don't want
you want to be
an
different?
appendage to
You want to be different from Trinidad, but you want to resemble Grenada?
No, they're not resemble. They're going to get advice. They're going to get a look at their carnival, but we still want Trinidadian support.
So he couldn't get that. He couldn't get that advice from us here in Trinidad.
Probably he could, but I'm just saying they want to be listening. This is our carnival, and we want it to be different from Trinidad Carnival. We want our style, our own thing. Anyhow, quickly though, one thing Gypsy mentioned that I'm glad he mentioned that, and he gave credit to Mayor David Dinkins, for the drop in crime. Because when everybody talks, they talk about Giuliani, failing to realize that Mayor Dinkins is to put the one that train in motion. And when Giuliani came into power, he just continued in that trajectory. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Bless one.
Thank you. Speak out.
Good afternoon, David.
Yes, sir.
David, I get the feeling that Trinidadians believe that they are being insulted because some citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, located in Tobago, with a different cultural identity, have decided, listen, we going and do this carnival, and we want to do it our way, and whatever we have taken from you, we have it. You know, remember, they've been having carnival for some time, so it's not like they're starting with a clean sheet of paper. They have been having carnival, and they have been running it under the Trinidad and Tobago leadership, and therefore, we have to assume that they have some bright people there that would know, well, for 10 years, this is how we have been doing it, and we could just start with some of that and continue with some of what we want and leave out some of what we don't want. You know, it's just like you've been working on a job for some time, and you're building houses, and suddenly one of the laborer, he's now able to tell you all of the measurements of the foundation and how to bend the steel and how to mix the concrete and everything. Because he's been around you for a long time, you know? So that we can't say that they are dissing us, and I don't understand why people feel that Trinidad and Tobago as an entity have the right to tell the world how they must do their carnival and impose on them that, listen, you are doing a Trinidad-style carnival, but you are doing it wrong. You're leaving out this and that, and how can you deviate? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, but if it's a charity begins at home, right? You having a carnival for the first time, your own carnival for the first time. Charity begins at home. So at least for the first time, you could take some advice from us, and then, okay, if it don't work, but then we move on from there. But from day one, you want nothing to do with Trinidad. You want to do your own thing. You send a delegation to Grenada. To serve what purpose?
I don't understand why they had to send anybody anyway. I think that part of it was designed to irritate people like the purists, right? He's a purist. Because Gypsy actually took the position that because some band leaders offering bikini and these, and it looked like almost everybody doing that, And some Trinidadians are taking it up. That's a greedy band leaders, he's calling them, and stupid Trinidadians are picking it up. And it's easy to get in China. The thing is just evolving into that. It's not greedy or stupid or anything. He wants it to be what he wants it to be, and he's annoyed that it is evolving. It is evolving in Tobago. It is evolving everywhere. Everything continues to change as new people come on board and bring their new ideas and discard the old, you know, and Carnival is no exception to that. And this thing about Trinidad-style Carnival, I just get a recollection of a lady calling on a radio program and getting very annoyed that people are eating doubles because crab and callaloo is supposed to be our national dish. And why are they eating doubles? They should be eating crab and callaloo. But, you know, new things come on the scene, or I don't know which is first, right? Because crab and callaloo was never big in this environment here. We eat it as dashin bush bhaji. You know, you eat it with your dal and rice or with your roti, not callaloo, like the soup. So, you know, a few people have declared that this is this and this is how it have to be and this is what Trinidadian is and this is what culture is and this have to be so and that have to be so, and they get so annoyed. The thing is evolving. It's going to leave Gypsy in the dust. Thank you.
Thank you. Speak out.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. To you.
I want to correct something that I believe a narrative that is being spoken that is not true. The delegation that went to Grenada didn't go to learn nothing from Grenada Carnival. They went to sell Tobago Carnival that is upcoming. I want to correct that narrative.
Okay.
And a number of us have been saying that. And I want to compliment Gypsy on the manner in which he dealt with the whole issue of Tobago Carnival. It's the most rational discussion I ever heard coming from any individual, including yourself. Because I don't know what it is you're running down fairly Augustine throat for. We go learn from Grenada Carnival. You could always learn from anybody. Even if they send people to learn from Grenada Carnival, they send somebody or they send a group of people so they could learn something. Because there's always something to be learned. Right?
So we couldn't learn from us right here in Trinidad before we go.
But we have been united for the last how much 100 years. We have been observing. We have been participating as Tobagonians in Tobago Carnival. Every carnival in the world has something in it that different to Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. And I think Gypsy was very clear about that. So let me throw the baby with the bathwater. Let me understand what is going on. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago Carnival will be held the Monday and Tuesday before, 40 days before Easter. But Tobago having a special carnival, which is a Tobago Carnival. Let me watch and see what they will come up with. And if they cut to send people, because I know the people in Nassau, the Bahamas, have sent people to Trinidad to sell their carnival. You know. Grenada come to Trinidad to sell Grenada Carnival before. Why is it that we feel that we can't send people to Grenada to sell Tobago Carnival? Why? Well, let me deal with the thing, let me avoid the conflict and deal with the thing for what it is. It's a question of selling something that they're coming up with for the first time, and Grenada Carnival, so they're in Grenada. Right?
Yes, sir.
Let me be fair and square, and do allow other things to get in the way which is going down. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we take a break, 2 o'clock news update, and we come back after and continue. Speak out.
Ann St. Clair, and this is your 2 o'clock news update on WACK 90.1 FM. Chief Secretary Fale Augustine is denying that a trip by the 10-member Tobago contingent in Grenada cost $291,000. The trip was to promote Tobago's inaugural Carnival scheduled for October 28th to 30th. Calypso legend David Rudder has been conferred with the Order of the Caribbean Community. Rudder was presented with the region's highest award by Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Amory Brown during an event held at the Diplomatic Center. Over the past few weeks, the steel pan has been in the global spotlight. The managing director of the orchestra with the most panorama titles believes more needs to be done for the instrument locally. Lyndon Spencer of Desperados said the steel pan has reached global already, but the problem that he has is that not much is being done in Trinidad and Tobago for the steel pan. Regionally, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines government has apologized for a memo last weekend suggesting that healthcare workers get a mandatory coronavirus booster. In international news, Disney will launch a new ad-supported streaming service in the U.S. in December as it overtakes Netflix in the race for paid subscribers. And in sport news, Trinidad and Tobago were crowned new Elite Pan American Track Cycling Championships men's team sprint champions in Peru on Wednesday. Stay tuned for these stories and much more in detail coming up in our major newscast at 4 p.m. right here on WACK 90.1 FM.
Red, white, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza. In everything, we must give thanks. Join us as we come together in Thanksgiving on the 30th of August 2022, Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, 7 p.m. with the most talented gospel artists in the country, Sister Bev, Pastor Terrence Baines, Isaac Blackman, Akini James, Lady Adana, Stephanie Joseph, Andre Donowa, Zayden Darius, Chrissy Garraway, and on steel pan, Vanessa Headley. Hosts Joanne Tigress Rowley and Kenny Phillips. A gift to the nation on our 60th independence. Come and be blessed. Tickets $250. Pay-per-view $20. Red, white, and WACK. A gospel extravaganza.
The Jesus Family Tree of number 147 Coffee Street, San Fernando cordially invites you to tune in to a special time for the Word of God and Prayer. The Word of God and Prayer every third Thursday at 11 a.m. Facilitated by host pastor Reverend Noreen Dotton, Sister Lenore Lester, and Sister Audrey Carter. Psalm 115 verse 12 tells us, "The Lord remembers us and He will bless us." Only on WACK 90.1 FM every third Thursday for the Word of God and Prayer. God bless you.
Step into the future with Youth in Focus with WACK 90.1 FM presents Is a Free Thing on Saturday, August 20th at Salvation Gates of Praise Church Compound, corner of Anna Downing Avenue, 6 Company, New Grant, from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Come on out and get your food, clothing, stationery items, and so much more. You can also donate items or monetary contributions at WACK Radio Station, Coffee Street, San Fernando, or at Salvation Gates of Praise. Call or WhatsApp 364-2933, 323-1185, and 354-4538. It's a free thing, Saturday, 20th August. Don't miss it.
My sweet island Tobago, I love you.
Tobago Diaspora Outreach Network invites you to Homecoming 2022 from August 20th to the 30th. Come, reconnect, rediscover, and rejuvenate in diverse and engaging activities, including stimulating panel discussions, nationwide island tours, the Diaspora Family and Fun Day, our authentic cultural showcase, and join in the myriad celebrations organized for national independence. Trinbagonians residing abroad, come home for Teton celebrations of the nation's 60th anniversary of independence. Register at www.trinbagodiaspora.org or WhatsApp us 1-868-682-1432 or email homecoming@gmail.com. Seize this opportunity to immerse yourself in Trinidad and Tobago.
Remember where you come from. Tobago, hey, Tobago, hey, Tobago, hey, beautiful countryside.
Tammy Melville Entertainment Children say Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary to Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
So, we perform for you in song, dance, poetry, and instrumental. When? Sunday the 21st August 2022 at 2 p.m. Where? On all WACK 90.1 virtual platforms. You can donate via FundMe TNT. Part proceeds from this show will go to Rapid Fire Kids Foundation. Fuel your hearts. Happy 60th Anniversary TNT from Demi Melville Entertainment.
Numbers to call. Numbers to call. Local 652-4901. International 1786-292-2789.
Minutes after 2 o'clock, boy. All right. Let me get straight to the phone lines. Good afternoon. Speak out.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fires, good afternoon, sir.
And good afternoon to you.
You're up and everything good?
Sorry?
I say everything good?
I can't hear you.
Okay, all right. Then it is so good, it's bad. Something wrong with your head. Mr. Fires, I listened to your interview with Mr. Peters.
Yes, sir.
And I'm trying to understand the concept of Carnival in general. Because they're saying they to look like the Carnival. So who Carnival to look like? When in truth and in fact, there are a lot of Canadians who take time off and they invest money. They book up the place. So you don't want the Carnival to look like Trinidad Carnival, but you want the Trinidadians to look like Trinidadians. You understand what I'm saying? So we're saying the punching rum that you're selling in Tobago must look like Tobago punching. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Fires? And I could go on and on and on. It's the first time I hear so much advertisement, you know.
Yeah,
because here what I'm saying too, Mr. Fires. Is it that Carnival in Tobago now has become political, where the divide and rule has stepped in, Mr. Fires? You understand what I'm saying? For you to say that you don't want it to look like Trinidad Carnival, you sent a sort of crazy thought running through my head, you know, because I was going, you know. I just call and cancel my damn ticket. I said, if they want the mass to look like Trinidad Carnival, they can't want Alco to look like a Trinidadian, of course, in Tobago. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Fire?
Yeah, it can happen.
Because the investment of people is Trinidadians who come in.
Yes, much right.
So what is you're really trying to tell people here now? Is that you're going and separate, just so we got, so you said we got to get visa to go to Tobago just now.
Yeah.
And Tobago got their own plane and their own boat and thing. And their own customs. And I'm sure with the volume of people that is going to Tobago for that carnival in October, Mr. Fires, we will need Trinidad and Tobago. We will need Trinidad police. We need some people from the army. We need people from the fire services and so on, and the ambulance, and everything will have to be increased.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I kind of confused.
What is really going on? How come? How come? And then I heard Mr. Peters speak about Brazilian Carnival.
Yeah.
Brazil Carnival, it had nothing to do with the Carnival at Trinidad and Tobago. Because Brazil Carnival is float. And nakedness with women dancing and shaking up the body and so on and so on and so on.
Okay.
It's slightly different. Because when I sit down to watch Brazil Carnival, you have a float long about like a 40-foot truck. And it's wide. Now the mast nice, eh?
Right.
Whatever they consider their carnival, it is nice. It's entertaining, it's exciting, it's creative. Yeah. So I ain't taking nothing from them. Right. So and what I'm trying to tell you really is that their carnival is a carnival, it's different. It's different to our carnival. It's the same carnival in it because the word carnival that came from a Latin word, canis. So it means revelry, nakedness, alcohol, etc., etc., etc. The alcohol part, I love it too bad, you know. You know, but in general, that is what carnival is.
Yes.
But how come Mr. Farley could say he don't want it to look like Trinidad Carnival?
Yeah.
Some of these politicians, I don't know, you know.
Hence, because you find 10 of them to send to Grenada.
Yeah, I really, you know, I just try to understand them, you know, when they politicking is different to when they get there, you know. And I always say, Mr. Fires, when they are not hugging and kissing babies, they are trying to steal their lollipops. Yes, but it's true. And you know, Mr. Fires, I just say it exactly how I see it. I'm not behind putting no rum in my mouth to say it.
All right.
After I don't say it, then I can put the rum in my mouth. but however it is, you know,
yes.
It is some good, and you know, it's like I'm smelling a rat, so I gotta cover my nose because I don't cancel my ticket. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh gosh.
I vex. So let me stay here and look forward to Trinidad Carnival.
Right.
And I pray to God that the Trinidadians who go across there and take some pictures of the mast, they bring it back to Trinidad and we make Trinidad mast look like Tobago mast. You have a good evening, Mr. Fire.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Imagine, eh? Carnival in Tobago, you know, boy, and they want nothing to do with Trinidad, you know. Speak out.
Hey, good afternoon, David. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm cool, my brother.
A lot of things here to talk about, but first let me start with my friend alcohol. I want to give him a piece of information. I know you disagree with Gypsy in relation to the carnival looking like Brazil. It looks more like the same. So in other words, I'm in agreement with Gypsy. What you see on TV is the real side of carnival. There's a whole other side which more looks like Trinidad, which is in Salvador or Bahia, so which is the capital of Brazil, and that's where most of the African people are. So, you know, what you see on TV, the made for TV is a real thing with the feathers and the big float and stuff, right? So that's whole other side is not very, very well known to most people. Anyway, the point of, I want to address something one of the callers before the news talked about. And, you know, obviously he tried to bring a kind of calm and saying it's not like that and they just went to sell the carnival and that kind of stuff. That might be very well so, but you can't deny that it's laced with political interference. I mean, it's heavy with political interference, so to speak. Because I'm trying to wrap my mind around if you're in Tobago and Trinidad have 1.5 million people. So you're taking it for granted that Trinidadians going to come. So you're going to Grenada that has, 80,000 people to get Grenadians to come to Tobago? I'm confused. Is that US dollars over there? I'm not understanding the marketing strategy if they're trying to get Grenada to come to Tobago. You're sending us a contingent of 10 people to market it to Grenada. For what purpose? If it's not for the influence, why not market to
to England or to the U.S. or to Canada, or did you send a contingent to those places, or Jamaica or the USVI? Or I'm confused. Why Grenada? Is it because you have like a boatload of people going to come? You have 2 cruise ships going to come down? I'm confused. I really don't get it. But any which way you look at it, if maybe they did the due diligence and they do they did all that feasibility study to figure that Grenada is going to bring the most foreign exchange to them. Maybe they did that, and we don't know. But even if you did that, the idea that you can say, as Alcoholic said, that you want nothing to do, you don't want Trinidad's input is the problem I have, because I mean, if this is the Mecca, and you're still getting revenue from this country, you're not totally autonomous. You don't have full independence, man. You don't have it yet. So I don't understand, why they continue to make it so political and driving the dividing line between the two countries, which is obviously strategic because they want to push for autonomy. I get it, but I mean, it's not setting up a good working relationship for people who are, on the other side of the island, right? Because, I mean, we're still sharing revenue. So, I mean, I think they're getting a little too aggressive with their behavior in terms of how they're selling the politics. I can't see how you can try to, diss Trinidad in any how you want to slice it. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to separate. Because there's a lot of knowledge here. Is one of those people who are the 10? Were they part of any one of them from NCC? I mean, I don't understand. What are we doing? I don't like it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and I don't know. I hope they have a plan. I hope they have an end result to this game plan. This political game they're playing.
That's what we had to wait and see.
Yeah, Pete.
Yeah. Thank you. 6524901. Speak out.
Hey, good afternoon, David.
Yes, sir.
My friend who just come off the line there.
Mm-hmm.
I find sometimes we just have a similar trend, I thought. Because I was listening to Gypsy, and I was breaking down the thing into 2 issues. It's all well and good for the Tobagoans to have a view that they want to have the Tobago-style carnival. And they want to have a different concept of carnival. I trying to quote what Mr. Augustine was saying, because I listened to the interviews. He said he don't want to set a whining and what have you. Now that is his position, or the THA's position. I might not agree with it, but as Gypsy was saying, they have the right to do that. But my concern is just what the last caller was talking about. Even if you sit as an assembly, all right, an executive, and they decide, well, look, this is how you want to go. All right? To me, the first thing you should do, because we have institutions functioning in the country, we have a National Carnival Commission. And my expectation is that you would approach them, or if they approach you, and you would sit and you would say, this is what we want to do. Is you doing it? But the National Carnival Commission has a responsibility to look at it and see how they could assist you with it. Whether it's marketing, as the last man was saying, whether it's financing, whether it's you want to twin with Grenada, whatever it is you want to do, you should use the National Carnival Commission as an institution established by Parliament. And do your thing through there. It's Trinidad and Tobago. But when you politicize in it, that's nonsense. I would hope that if as we go forward, they would see the wisdom in that. And even if it's to tell the National Carnival Commission, hey, we want to handle it on our own, that is fine. But the rancor, the immaturity, I have a problem with that. And to be frank, they don't even have to market that. Because the bulk of the people who go over there, even if people coming from foreign areas now, they don't have no space for them. Because the people who live in Trinidad, in the country of Trinidad and Tobago, love the carnival, no matter who it is. If it's Point Borode, they're going down there. All the people with extra rooms in Point Fortin started to rent them out when Border was striving because they want a party. And it's the same thing they're going to do in Tobago. But don't come with no political insult as though, well, you're not consulting with the Carnival Commission. I have a problem with that. So you make your plans, outline them to the commission. The commission might be able to say, hey, look, we could help you with this. We could do this. We could do that. Nothing is wrong with that. It's still one country.
Nothing to do with us.
That's my input.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, this is what they want. Speak out.
Uncle David,
yes, sir.
Me again. I know Mr. Winston Gypsy Peters had said that Tobago Carnival, they will try to do it in October this year, right? I could remember he had came on the program and said that. And Tobago used to have a carnival thing called Tobago Fest every October, and the last they had it was in 2005 underneath Mr. Auburn London watch. I was there, and it had a killing in, and he had stopped it. So they always had a thing called Tobago Fest in October month, which I used to go every year. And Mr. Gypsy, Winston Peters, who say Carnival, a carnival, he is the one say Carnival. So why Mr. Farley and them? Because he say Carnival, I know the people and them who had found Tobago Fest, right? They was on television talking about it. They who had found Tobago Fest, it used to be Tobago Fest, used to be the same costumes and things the masqueraders from Trinidad used to go across and portray. It used to be like a street parade. It was no competition. Because this one I hear, it is not a competition, it's just a street parade. Right, so it is a street parade. Why Mr. Farley and everybody pulling and talking like that? Come on, get the help if you have to get some help for NCC, get the help from NCC and relax. More money come in for you, it's better for the Caribbean, it's for your island, Mr. Farley. All right, so Mr. Gypsy, do what you gotta do, and let the ball roll. Okay, have a blessed one.
Thank you very much. Gypsy can do more than he has to do, because if he's on the NCC and Farley they wants nothing to do with the NCC, then Gypsy then can't do much. Speak out.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Before you leave, could you do me a favor, please? Gypsy made a calypso. The name is That's the Way of the World. Everybody knows what everybody else should do. Instead, let's root for Tobago and hope everything works out well. They may have an idea that we may say, geez, we never even thought of it like that. So we don't know. Let's get them a break. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, look, we started to have a carnival in Long Island. Started off great. And what happens? At the end, big promoters, big band leaders, in fact, came into Long Island and they started to take over slowly. Unfortunately, the crowd messed up, throwing bottles all over people's lawn and we had to cancel it. So maybe they have an idea, maybe for tourism, where they may end up in the park like in other places like Florida. You dance in the street, you end up at a concert in the park. Maybe they have the ideas. Let's give them a chance. And pray for me. That's the way of the world. Everybody know what everybody else should do. Be entitled to that feeling.
Yes.
Have a nice evening. And I agree also with Dancer Boy today. Dancer Boy, I'm on your side and Gypsy today. 1000%. Let them try what they want to try, and hey. As a matter of fact, before I hang up, a couple of friends told me the average, not all, I repeat, not all, but the average Trinidadian who comes to Tobago, he said they treat us as they are tourists and we are the underdogs living here. So maybe in their own way they're trying to prove a point too that, hey, you can do it, we the underdogs can do it also on our own. Maybe, I'm saying maybe, huh?
Yes.
So let's wish them well, man, and stop knocking the people. Let's get them well. Have a nice evening, sir.
Yes, my brother.
And you and I got to talk.
Yeah, no problems.
All right.
Thank you. Speak out.
Good afternoon, David.
Hi, to you.
Okay, my contribution is simply this.
Mm-hmm.
There is a political component to this whole carnival thing. For quite some time, if we have been paying attention, Tobago has been talking. Those in the political arena believe that they need to get even and get past with Trinidad because they hold in their belief that we have robbed them of something. We have robbed, Trinidad has robbed Tobago of its progress, of its economic advantage, of many things. And this is their way of playing it out. There is a definite political component to this carnival. And it was also intended to humiliate. So all who looking the other way and trying to pull some good reasoning out of it, they're trying to do their own thing and nothing is wrong with that. Whoever try to prevent them from trying to be creative in their own way and so on. However, it reeks of the politics. Mr. Kenny Phillip had a show during the COVID where Tobago got its snap. And if you pull it back and read, since then I kept saying, because every presenter, every person, entertainer and so on, there was something being said that sounded as though it's a competition to prove that we better. Okay, that aside, I want to ask something else. I want to find out the financial allocation that is put out for the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival in February, March, whenever it is held at that time. Is an allocation to all the various districts, places that have the carnival played out in their own way, like for example, Chagonas. You know, we have these various places. Tobago gets their allocation.
Yeah.
If Tobago got their allocation for the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival earlier this year, are they going to be given another allocation out for this aspect of it? Because as far as I know, when Point Fortune has its borrow day, which is a carnival type kind of activity, I don't think they get any extra money from the coffers from the general coffers from the central government. So I am wondering now, if that is so, why would they be expecting to get an additional allocation? Am I wrong? Am I misunderstanding something that is happening? But I would want to know whether that is a consideration. Because they have been already allocated under the general celebration of Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. And when I last checked, we are still Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
So I want to know now, if this aspect of it, this carnival in October, whether an additional allocation is going to happen. Well, it does not happen when we have such things as Point Fortune borrowing.
Well, the thing about it, that allocation normally comes from NCC. And if,
that's the government, yes.
Right, from NCC. You know, the government, the ministry will give the money to NCC, and NCC will distribute it to the different organizations.
Correct.
So, where Tobago Carnival is concerned, remember, Pali said he wants to have nothing to do with NCC, he wants to have nothing to do with Trinidad. So, I'm not sure where they will get it from. Maybe whatever they have in there.
Well, I don't want to maybe, I want to be sure. I want to know where that money is coming from.
Right.
If somebody is in a position to answer that, I would love to know.
Yeah, well, for
now. But as far as it is, this whole thing is continuing to play out the business of segregation to get even with what we feel has been done to us politically. That's Tobago's take on it.
Yeah.
And they could tell my life. What they're playing out here shows it clearly.
Yeah. Well, for now, we know it's not coming from NCC. So we wait to hopefully when they have their launch on Wednesday, probably Fali might reveal more.
you know that it's not coming from NCC. Who gave you that information?
Because NCC is the one who distributes the money, and they want to have nothing to do with NCC.
Yeah, well, we know that, but we don't know. We don't know whether they will still turning to central government for that kind of support.
Well,
so we'll wait to see.
Well, for now, we know it's not coming from there, so we wait to see. All right?
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Because up to when Gypsy said they sent we call it a generic invitation to them on Friday, asking them to attend their launch, and as far as Gypsy is concerned, so far, it looks like they will not be there. So we wait to see exactly how that will fan out, right? Because money normally allocated to NCC. That's the Carnival, the National Carnival Commission, right? They normally will allocate the money to the different bodies, right? And if it is that they want to have nothing to do with NCC, then I don't know exactly how they're going to get the money. They may have to try to beg directly, I don't know, to the Ministry of Culture, I don't know, or probably they might have some money somewhere hiding somewhere that they might be able to use. Speak out.
Yeah, David, Pinal again. David, I'm listening to the callers and I'm getting the feeling here that this is a power struggle as opposed to somebody want to do a little carnival on their own and want to go their own way creatively. All along I was taking it from the point of view that we there, and I'm speaking collectively because I don't really share that. The people here have declared us the Mecca of Carnival, you know, and I don't know how many people that we are imposing that on agree with that. Is it that Jamaica agrees that Trinidad is the Mecca of Carnival? Does Grenada agree with that? That Carnival in Venice, do they agree that we are the Mecca of Carnival? That Carnival in the state of Goa in India. Do they agree that we are the Mecca of Carnival? And that's 500 years old, eh? So, but I mean, it's a different Indian-style carnival. But, you know, they have their music and you know, their floats and whatnot would reflect their culture. But who else agrees with, have we been voted the Mecca of Carnival? Or is it that we just jump up and start telling everybody we are the Mecca of Carnival and you are doing a Trinidad and imposing a kind of, you know, hegemony on the rest of the world who just going about having their carnivals? So clearly Tobago doesn't think we are the Mecca of Carnival, at least not Fali, and he's getting enough support for that. So for how long has that been brewing? And why are we trying to impose, you know, on people? I just feel that, you know, if it's supported by a power struggle and it's a creation arising out of a power struggle, well, we know that there's a power struggle between Trinidad and Tobago where they feel certain ways. The lady was right in pointing out all the power struggle issues, right? And if that gives rise to their own cultural expression, well, that's a natural outcome. I don't have any problem with this at all. Power struggles are natural. Cultural evolution is natural. People wanting to do their own thing is natural. It's just that we want to impose on everybody, you know, and I have a strong feeling nobody ain't taking we on. Thank you.
Thank you. 6524901. Speak out.
David, sir, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
It's been a while. Yeah, listen, I want to say something for Mr. Pina. You know, I'm trying to lower the volume here. You know, he's saying it's a power struggle and who we don't have the right of, that's my understanding of what he's trying to say, to let the rest of the world know that we are the Mecca, we're the beginners of Carnival. Listen, okay, since you want to go that way, let's go down that road. Let's try England. Who told England that they're Great Britain? Why is England, where did they get that name from? England went around telling the world, we're Great Britain. We said we're great. So if they can do it, we have the right to do it too. That when they went when England, as the guy did the other day on the TV, when England soldiers went to India and said, what is this country?
oh, this is India, these guys said. Well, as of today, you're under Great Britain. Well, the guy said, well, today I'm telling you, this is Great India. So if they can do it, we have the right to do it too. So what people talk things like now is this way and that way, but go back into history and see how things were done. Who the hell make Europe where they are? They said they are. They're not better than us. Trinidad has a right like any other country in this world. So what are you saying, Mr. Pina, wherever you are? Okay? You think you are the only one so smart and you know everything. You don't. When you open your mouth, you just show the world how ignorant you are. All right, David.
Thank you. Speak out.
Hello, good afternoon. Calling to tell my good listeners of WACK. All you do is take on Mr. Pinal. He jump in to change the tempo, to change the topic, to make people start to call now and start to carry on that who is the Mecca and Mecca. Mr. Pinal, you don't play mass. We know we are the Mecca of Carnival. So you stay home, drink whatever it is, drink, and mind your business. That's all you have to do. We know we are the Mecca and we don't care what the hell you feel. Right? Nobody know better. That's all they don't take on Mr. Pinal, you know. He getting paid to do all the damn stupidness he's been doing. And all you have a wonderful day. We are the Mecca of Carnival, and we will remain the Mecca of Carnival. And have a wonderful evening this night.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Speak out.
Hey, David, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
I see Capo dealt with the issue that I wanted to call back, but here's what I would say. The whole idea that, several of the callers agreed that there's a political component to this whole argument for back and forth is correct. And it's playing out, even to Mr. Pinal, because it's not surprising that he would take the position he takes, because it would support his party and his political ideology. Because, of course, it's political. And he's going to support them. It doesn't matter what they do, he's going to support them. He's going to support the Tobago contingent because they see a way in to their power as the UNC. So we understand, Mr. Pina. Yeah. We got you. You're covered.
Yeah, man. Thank you. All right. 6924901. Yes. Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Hey, David.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't going to call you there.
Hold on. Just now, hold on. I just trying to take a call here, and then you'll call back.
All
right? Yeah. Thank you. I just trying to take a call here, and then you could call back. Yeah. Someone just trying to call to clarify something here. So just trying to get that call out to yes now. Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You were speaking with Mr. Peters earlier.
Oops. Because he was trying to call back there, so he was trying to get back there. Okay, go ahead.
Well, he was on this program some time ago, and he was speaking about the National Carnival Commission. And I asked him if there were any people from Tobago on the National Carnival Commission. He said no. I said, in that case, the name of that organization is a misnomer. You cannot be national and not have representation from both territories. He never replied. And that is why, when you were speaking to him earlier, and I think he mentioned that the National Carnival Commission didn't have any information about what was going on in Tobago, I thought you would have asked him if there's a representative from Tobago on the National Carnival Commission. It happened that he didn't.
Okay.
So I don't understand why he's in a way perturbed. If you have left them out, and he was Minister of Culture some time ago, so I suspect that even at that time, there was no representation of Tobago on the National Carnival. I didn't do the research, so I don't know, but I just suspect. Now, as I said, I spoke to him some months ago, so I don't know if, since I spoke then,
whether they did put somebody on the National Carnival Commission.
He did mention a woman, you know, and when she went back to Tobago, well, how they dealt with her, but he couldn't remember her name. I didn't want to call and call. I didn't want to call and call the wrong name. So when she got the name, he'll clarify it for us.
Because it would be strange if there's a person from Tobago in the National Carnival Commission and the National Carnival Commission doesn't get any kind of feedback from that person as to what is happening.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, Gypsy. Welcome
Hi,
back.
David. Yeah, thank you, and thank you very much for allowing me back on your program.
Yes.
David, now I have another reason. I'm happy that I got that. Only now I got you, because I have to call back again.
Yes.
First of all, I want to deal with Mr. Pinal and thinking that we imposing ourselves on people, saying that we are the maker of Carnival, okay? Let me tell Mr. Pinal, I wonder how many Carnival Mr. Pinal have ever been to. I rather doubt that Mr. Pinal has ever been in the Queen's Park Savannah for Carnival. If he has, then I will apologize to him. But I wonder how many Carnival has he been to any part of the world outside of Trinidad and Tobago, if he has ever participated in Trinidad Carnival. Just let me say to Mr. Pinal, the reason why we are called the Mecca of Carnival, Mr. Pinal, is because Trinidad and Tobago style Carnival is now practiced in more than 130 countries in the world. And I have been to most of them, Mr. Pinal, more than 100 of them. So and even places that we don't have Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, style Carnival, as the predominant type of Carnival, it is still aspects of it are practiced in their Carnival. So, Mr. Pinal, we don't impose ourselves on anybody to say that we are the Mecca of Carnival. They ask us to have our type Carnival in their country. They come to Trinidad. Right now we are working on 3 of them in Africa. And God knows I would like it to come through. And when it comes through, Mr. Pinal, you will say that I don't know what you will call us then. But as of now, we don't impose ourselves on anybody. They ask us to have Trinidad and Tobago type Carnival in their country, and that's the type of Carnival that they choose to practice. Now I want to deal with the last caller who called here and say that I spoke to him some month ago and told him that there is nobody, no Tobagonian on the NCC board. He has to be the maddest human being in the whole wide world, and it couldn't be me that he spoke to, because I would never ever say anything like that. When I sit on a board and I lead a board that has 3 Tobagonians on it, as a matter of fact, two of them are indirectly on the board and hired by the government on the board. They are there because of the dint of their representation with the interest groups. That is the TUCO. Right now, the president of TUCO is a Tobagonian named Ainsley King. There is another person who leads the Pan Trinbago, whose name is Beverly Ramsey Moore. She is a Tobagonian. And the person that represents Tobago directly on the NCC board is a person named Mrs. Dillon. Yes, Mrs. Dillon is the Tobago representative on the NCC. NCC board is always, there is always a Tobagonian person on the NCC board, as long as I could remember.
Right.
Patrick Arnold was the president, was the chairman of NCC. Yeah. He was the chairman he was the president of Pan Tobago, but he was also the he was the chairman of the NCC. So that man there is totally misconstrued and misrepresenting anything that he has ever heard me said, because I would have never said that. Because if there's anybody in the world who knows the truth, it is me. Right now, there are 3 Tobagonians who sit on the NCC board. As a matter of fact, just recently, Commissioner, the Pan Tobago president, Beverly Ramsey-Moore, took umbrage with the Tobago association, the way that they were doing whatever, the committee that they put there, how they were handling it. She took umbrage to that. She was very outspoken and vocal, so much so that now they have given Pan Tobago, I think it's 2 shows or 2 days to put on whatever they are putting on there. Right. So that man has to be misconstrued. He has to be either deliberately lying, but I have never said anything like that in my life, and will never say it when that is not the truth.
And
so
before, I thought you finished.
No, go right ahead.
Yeah, before you go, somebody was asking a question. Normally, the person responsible for, if I could say, for distributing the money for Carnival is NCC, right?
The body that is responsible for disbursing money for Carnival, or anything Carnival related, whether it is for Carnival or through the year, or whatever it is the National Carnival Commission. Right. Anything that has to do with Carnival, we exist for one purpose alone, and that is Carnival.
So what happens? So what happens with Tobago? You will have nothing to do with that, right?
Well, Tobago has it. Like I told you earlier, that Tobago has its own autonomy.
Right.
And through the Tobago House of Assembly, they get their own subvention to do whatever they do.
Right. Okay, I just want to clarify that for a caller because she was wondering whether they're getting any fund from, let's say, NCC, anything like that.
But having said that, there are times when there are entities in Tobago. There are times when there are entities in Tobago that are cultural in nature, and they are doing things that has Carnival input in it. They ask the NCC to help fund them, and we have done that a lot of times, giving them extra money to do whatever they want to do. As a matter of fact, I dare say to you, on my desk right now, we have the mass players in Tobago who are asking, I'm supposed to tomorrow have some meeting with them. They are asking us for money to do some things that they want to do, that they have to do. And this is Trinidad and Tobago, and they're within the right to ask us whether we have the subvention to give them or not. That's a next story, because remember that we are governed by the Ministry of Culture. So it depends on what we have and what we could do. We do have funds that are given to us to do certain things, and we would have to do that with it. So if it is there to be done, we will do it. Or if it can be had from the ministry, then we will get it and do it. But yes, we are the representative body, and we have to do it. But having said that, Tobago, as I told you before, is either semi-autonomous or autonomous. You know, they have their own autonomy to do whatever they want to do. They are governed by certain acts and stuff that give them, I mean, a lot of money. Yes. Tobago has 50-something permanent residents, and Tobago gets $3-point-something million from our budget, or whatever. And I think they just raise it again. But that is the law. That is what is supposed to be done. That's what the law provides to happen.
Right.
So I am saying to you that whatever has to be done, we will do it. That's why we exist. We are a professional body, and we exist to do that, and we're going to do it. But please tell that man that I didn't say what he said there. I hope he would call back, or I hope he's listening, and let him know that I refuted every single thing that he said. I never tell him that there was nobody from Tobago on the board. There's always a representative from Tobago on our board.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Gypsy.
You're welcome.
Yes. All right. So, Mr. Welker, squeeze in this call, yeah? Good afternoon to you.
Yes, David. Yeah, good afternoon. I have to call again. That just goes to show that when people like Mr. Pinor call, how wicked and mischievous and racist they are, because they're opening their mouths and saying things that they don't have no knowledge about. Thank you, Mr. Peters, for calling and clarifying these things and opening up and showing that these people who like to hide behind the phone and call and pretend
like they know everything and what they say is gospel truth. You understand? Because when you go back, David, I'm really into history right now, and I'm glad that Mr. Peters said that they're doing it in Africa, because I will keep an eye on it because I'm always down there in Africa. All right? Yes. So I'll be one of them who will be going to participate as well.
No problems.
But the thing is, go back in history and see what England and them, they said, oh, we are great, but who told them they're great? So why Trinidad can't be, even if we say we are, who's denying us that right? Why don't we have that right like anybody else? But these are the same people who look up to Europe and kiss them of all the evil and wicked things they have done to the rest of the world when they go out around the world and colonizing, when nobody cared who the British were, nobody cared who France was. Devil, as long as I live, I will never spend my dollar to fly an Air France or British Airways. I would never do that because of what they do, and they have stolen things in Africa, in England and Europe, that they artifacts and stuff that they refuse to give back, and they pretend that they're so civil. If you're so civil, give back what is not yours. Mr. Pina, I'm ashamed of you. We know all the time you are lying and you're just an impressionist. You need to check yourself out. David, thank you, and thank you, Mr. Peters.
Thank you. All right, let me squeeze in this final call, yeah? Caller?
Yeah, good day.
Yes, sir.
This is Carl Jones. I pay Mass in Tobago for about 3 or 4 times, you know.
Good.
You know, them people are talking about Mass. I don't want to talk, them don't pay Mass, you know. We the biggest thing for Carnival and Carnival all over the world. I don't talk.
Thank you. All right. Caller, a minute.
Yeah, all right. Admiral David?
Yes, sir.
Not only do I take umbrage, but I resent the idea of the name calling. We may not agree with Mr. Pinal, but he's entitled to his opinion. No matter how outrageous we find it to be. We need to respect one another. Have a blessed one, my friend.
Thank you very much. Okay, people, I'm out of time for today. Thank you very much for your contribution. That's Speak Out for today. There are other issues we wanted to touch on, but unfortunately, we didn't have the time. So tomorrow, please God, we'll see what we can do. All right? So enjoy the rest of your afternoon into evening. The Admiral is out for today.
Thursdays.
Now we're sharing the same dream and a hearts that beat.
Throwback Thursdays. We going back. Hey. Throwback Thursdays on WACK 90.1 FM, the True Nation Station.
Loving love we own, cause this is we. Let we live we life and give we love free.
Lost my drink, baby. When I hear they talking about corruption and they say TNT is number one.
Falling in love with TNT again.
One nation.
Answering by sleep at all. WACK Radio 90.1 FM.
WACK. Now you can see the radio. Step into the future with visual radio. Only on WACK 90.1 FM.
Trinidad and Tobago's culture station. WACK! Total local.
Oh no, Mr. Fox, you want to mash up the music box?
All genres, all day. We are culture crazy.
I'm drowsy and I'm sleepy like an old ram sheep, but the lazy to go to sleep.
90.1 FM.
Born in this country, he grew in the country, he never left the country. How he come Yankee?
WACK.
True defenders of our culture. WACK 90.1 FM. True defenders of our culture.
Now you can see the radio. Step into the future with visual radio. Only on WACK 90.1 FM.
Set the city on fire. We're here for you. We about to get the party jumping. Party jumping. You already know what it is. And Gaizo, Soka.
Now we do.
No one does it like WACK 90.1 FM.
Turn it up.
The culture crazy station.
Now you can see the radio. Step into the future with visual radio. Only on WACK 90.1 FM.
Red, white, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza. In everything, we must give thanks. Join us as we come together in Thanksgiving on the 30th of August 2022, Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, 7 p.m. with the most talented gospel artists in the country, Sister Bev, Pastor Terrence Baines, Isaac Blackman, Akini James, Lady Adana, Stephanie Joseph, Andre Donowa, Zayden Darius, Chrissy Garraway, and on steel pan, Vanessa Headley. Hosts Joanne Tigress Rowley and Kenny Phillips. A gift to the nation on our 60th independence. Come and be best. Tickets $250. Pay-per-view $20 US. Red, white, and WACK. A gospel extravaganza.
Safe and secure. Safe and secure. From all of that.
Tony P. on WACK 90.1 FM.
Stay. a boy.